Good morning. It is Wednesday, the 28th of September. Welcome to TDA, the day after your favorite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by us, culture. So we're going to go ahead and introduce ourselves.
It's your boy, Big Margs. Had a rough night, so bear with me. Also, I want to say I don't have a foot fetish.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I thought what?
Fetish. We'll get into it after the intro.
You definitely do, by the way.
Yes, so we'll get into it.
Yeah, you definitely do.
On the scale of yes to no,
As
you're
someone,
leaning.
as someone who also appreciates feet, I can tell you have a foot fetish.
Not you giving a diagnosis.
This took you mentioned it takes one to know one. Don't
It does,
try
it
and
does.
drag me down with you.
I see you in me, brother. You know what I mean? Brother in arms or in feet.
We see
shall we
you,
say.
brother in feet. All right, well, it is your favorite shade queen, my own royalty.
It's him, man.
No, you already did his. That's why he talked about the feet.
When?
When he
Are
said
you
that.
crazy? Are you got mad?
Sorry?
That was an intro. He didn't say. He didn't
He
intro
did.
himself.
He said, I'm having a tough morning. Bear with me. It's your boy Marks. I'm having a tough intro.
Sorry, you know what? Because
morning.
you started saying other, could be the feet stuff is through me. I didn't
Yeah,
realize you intro.
you were distracted.
Alright, cool. Say that. Then. It's me again. I'm here. I mean, the home of popular politics. Let's just remove the culture thing
Gotta
out there,
rebrand.
please.
And they call me man, pro-black activist, TDA producer, news analyst, melanin jam-packed.
That's right. That is right. How is everybody this lovely morning?
All right.
Guys, it's really cold. Like, I can't, because I feel like every winter people always say, you know, we've never had a cold like this. But really, obviously, because there's other seasons, you've forgotten what it felt like. But dead ass, this September is very different.
Yeah, it's close.
Hey, 1 second, Esther.
What happened?
Don't draw attention to it. You're wicked.
No, go on.
Did someone say something about me?
Someone in the comments said Deji must be coming back on.
Oh, piss off.
Oh, the makeup.
You
Not serious.
don't even know my type. That is not my type. No one. You have no guest today. I'm the guest, bitches. It's so annoying. No, there's no guest today. I just wanted to look cute today. So you're welcome. You will need to learn to compliment somebody and leave it at that. Bloody hell.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
thank
just basically their way of saying you look nice, isn't it?
Basically.
Thanks, guys. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Someone was laughing like that. Ridiculous.
I had to draw
Be your own
attention.
people.
Margs, can you read out that picture behind you?
Read out what this picture says.
Yeah.
My picture says, I do my thing and you do your thing. I am not in this world to live up to your expectation and you are not in this world to live up to mine. You are you and I am I. And if by chance we find each other, it's beautiful.
Oh, nice.
Do you know, can I say, Marks, you are the realest person I know. And I'm even going to take myself out of the equation because you literally live by what you say.
Oh, yeah.
You said that on this platform.
This has been in my family for over 60 years, this picture as
Oh,
well.
was it?
Oh,
That's
wow.
dope. That's dope.
Oh, from the roots. Okay.
Roots, you see black love right there?
Black love with no terms and conditions. Where cheating is a
No
social
commitment.
construct.
With no commitment.
Love it. You are very on brand, mister. You're very on brand. But yeah, the feet thing. It did
Okay, so
sound
look.
like.
Can I just say, yeah, I'm clearly giving out the wrong opinion online, and I need to get a grip, get control of this narrative. Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the platform to do it.
Somebody, a foot page, yeah. Like, there's a light-skinned woman, yeah, and she's only got feet on her page. So I have no clue what she looks like. It's just her feet and her hands and stuff.
Yeah.
It's a foot fetish page. Like, she's doing her thing. She tried to message me. She tried to like up my pictures or something. She tried to message me and send me her feet and talk about, do I qualify? I started laughing. I'm saying, qualify for what? Like,
For the needing you described.
No, you were good. Like,
Man said,
was it?
need.
I said this is
needing
it's giving pounded jam. Like you
the foot
literally
bottom. The other
were.
ones just.
Damn.
Bro, I had to ask her, qualify for what? Do you think I'm just out here letting her foot massage? I don't even know what your face looks like, rude girl. I need to see your face and your figure, and then I can tell you if you're qualified. Like feet, what do you mean feet? Like what?
Okay, then you don't have a foot fetish because there's people, who it doesn't matter what the person looks like. It's about what their feet look like.
No, I don't care about feet. I just started laughing. I'll show you the message. You just sent me feet. I was like, this is crazy. I need to see your face and your figure, and then I can tell you whether you qualify or not, like about your feet. I don't fuck about your feet.
Have you ever sucked toes?
What, in my life?
Yeah.
Not on purpose.
Well, you just had a toe accidentally fall in your mouth.
That's not on
No,
purpose.
you're doing foot on shoulder and it cuts by the face.
Next thing you know, you're just licking it. Crazy.
One thing led to another.
One thing led to another.
Anyone else? Is that,
That was only a good told.
Yeah.
What about you, Esther?
No, absolutely. Do you know what men's feet look like?
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I'll definitely judge a woman who sucks a man's toes. I'm sorry.
That's so dead.
I'll judge.
What? You men's feet look like you lot were.
Lose. You know, a woman that does that ain't got nothing to lose. I ain't trying to shame anybody.
Yeah, true. No, I ain't shaming no one, but if a woman sucks a man's toes, you're in the.
Yeah, the guys are nice. I'm judging. I'm definitely judging. Why is that in your mouth?
Do you judge men who suck?
No, because I think women haven't. Because men's feet look like you had to literally walk the 400 years out of slavery.
Wow.
It's a lot. But women's feet,
Football,
we're
man.
gentle.
It's sports.
So I hear. That's what everyone
No,
says.
it is sports. What else is it going to be?
Some people are very bad at football and somehow your feet still look like that.
Exactly.
There's no reason for your feet to look like that if you're even bad at the sport. But I think, women have like prettier toes and like we get pedicures and stuff like that. So I can understand the attraction. I've never had my toes sucked though. I think it'd be a very random. It has to be one of those ones where I'm not in this realm.
How do you think you receive it? How do you think you?
I don't think that I can be like 100% sober when I experience that for the first time.
Okay.
I have to be floating a little bit for that to run.
The thing I could
Because
take
it's just like orcs.
I
Like,
could take this conversation in other places, but I don't trust this guy. So I'll keep my mouth shut.
yeah, because it's just orcs otherwise. It's just like, okay.
As an eating bum. Outly bum.
Definitely not.
No,
Sucking
I
toes.
lie. Where'd that come from?
Oh, okay, sorry.
We could be talking about the Bible, but
Guys,
work that into my.
it's not even 9 a.m. guys.
Like, honestly, what kind of show is this? Today after dark.
That's an eating bum.
But will there be a sex show on the new Black Network?
Yeah, many.
Many.
No, I mean like after dark.
Yes.
What, porn
Look at
or
the
just
DJ
sex
after
chat?
No,
Not
no,
porn.
no,
I said
no, no,
porn,
no.
you know.
Not
Yeah, but you
porn.
said
Just some more-
you said many
some more
like
adult
There's no
theme.
porn. Sorry, man.
No, not porn, just some more adult
Adult
theme.
theme.
Precisely.
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Okay, that'd be lit. That would be lit.
For the mature raver, you get me?
For the mature raver.
I'm actually so done. Do you guys judge women that don't have nice feet though? Oh, actually, do you know what?
Yeah,
Okay.
like that will. It can't work for me.
But is that like okay? Feet aside, if a woman doesn't have like a nice pedicure, like toes painted and stuff, do you guys judge that?
No, I don't judge whether or not it's painted, but I'll just judge whether or not the nails ain't well kept.
Yeah, you just have to be well kept,
Yeah, I mean-
innit?
How do you know if it's well kept though?
You can see it.
Because you can see.
And it's, I don't know, like
Look, I
foot
get
dry.
pedicures and things.
Yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say?
I mean, corns
so
and
her foot's got to be proper.
hard
That's
foot and that. You know what I mean,
I get you. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah,
got to
that's
scrub
fair.
that down.
Yeah, go get pedicures, ladies. Even in winter, by the way.
I mean,
Do you look after your feet, use?
what in terms of getting a
Pedicure.
I've only had one pedicure
Yeah.
in my life, so if it's based on pedicures, no. But my own personal grooming, yeah, I cut my nails, I scrape the
File
hard
it.
skin.
Okay,
I mean,
that's basically pedicures, you know.
Okay.
That's just a dry pedicure.
yeah,
You don't always have to soak your feet,
yeah,
but the soak is good.
yeah.
Okay.
You know, I need a little Chinese woman to pattern me up. You get me? I can't do it myself. She got to hold me down.
Because you just said you need to go to get one. You have,
Yeah.
you have to tell us where she was from. But thank you.
Yeah, but that's.
Oh.
What do you mean?
The live's gonna get cut.
How?
We're gonna get got like they got Nicki Minaj.
Most of the mani pedi shops, who works in them?
My lady is from she's white. She's Caucasian. So
What was it?
yeah.
No way. You're
As in
breaking
like
the
English?
mold.
Huh?
English Caucasian,
No, she's I think from
Eastern Europe.
Ukraine, I believe. Yeah.
You're breaking the mold, Esther.
Yeah, and I get Russian manicures. So these are like my natural nails, just well kept. Yeah.
Is it a Russian manicure just because a Russian done it?
No, I think it originates from like it's a
Or is
technique.
it a style? Oh,
Yeah, so it's like the
okay.
style of manicure it is. So they proper like it's so neat and fresh and just really, really healthy for you.
I was just thinking, how's
you
you on to me about my pedicures, but you're talking about Russian stuff and all that.
No. This is what my beauty treatment is called.
Oh.
Yours was, yours was what it was. But, all right, okay. Should we get into our first headline?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So, 4 so-called referendums have ended in Russian-held regions of Ukraine. Votes which Moscow may use as grounds to annex more territory. Moscow installed officials in the regions are now claiming almost total support among those who took part in the disputed votes on joining Russia. The polls were denounced as a sham by Ukraine's government and its allies. In the absence of international recognition, the process was not monitored independently. The votes were held in the breakaway eastern regions of Donetsk and Luhansk. Ballots in Russian-occupied parts of the southern regions of Kherson and Zaporizhia were also organized. Refugees scattered across Russia were also able to vote at dozens of polling stations, including in Crimea, which is the southern Ukrainian peninsula annexed by Russia in 2014. Partial results from voting there indicated huge majorities in favor of joining Russia. Up to 4 million people were asked to vote in the war-torn regions, which makes up about 15% of Ukraine's territory. So remember, I think we spoke about Russia trying to do like a voting, basically doing some voting in the areas that they've taken over during the war to basically see if the people want to be part of Russia. And obviously, the rest of the world are basically saying this is faking it. This is a sham. You can't just like oppress people, take over the land, and ask them to vote.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So anyway, that's what Russia's done, and the results have come back saying they want to join Russia.
Yeah, because they're doing it under duress. Because dare you say you don't want to join them, what happens to you?
Yeah, exactly.
That place is a joke, man.
And our next headline takes us to a little dispute. Well, I shouldn't call it little, but a dispute between 2 MPs, one from the Labour Party and one from the Tories. And MP Rupa Huq says that she has apologised to the Chancellor, Kwasi Kwarteng, for describing him as superficially black. Speaking at a Labour Party conference fringe event, Miss Huq said, "If you hear him on the Today programme, you wouldn't know he's black." Her remarks were criticised and Labour suspended her from the parliamentary party pending an investigation. Tory party chair Jake Berry called her comments racist and disgusting. Deputy Labour leader Angela Rayner said the remarks were unacceptable. Speaking to BBC's Politics Live programme, she said Ms Huq should apologise, whilst the party's foreign affairs spokesman David Lammy described the remarks as unfortunate, adding, "I wouldn't have made them myself." A Labour spokesperson said, "We condemn the remarks, they are totally inappropriate, and we call on her to withdraw them." The Ealing Central and acting MP, who is Ms Huq, who will now sit in Parliament as an independent, was recorded making the comments on Monday evening at a fringe event entitled "What's Next for Labour's Agenda on Race?" The audio clip was published by Guido Fawkes' website minutes before Keir Starmer began his speech to the Labour Party conference in Liverpool, which I'm going to talk about later. During a Q&A session, she said he's a black man, but again, he's got more in common. He went to Eton, he went to a very expensive prep school, all the way through top schools in the country. If you hear him on the Today programme, you wouldn't know he's black. Following the publication of the clip, Ms Huq tweeted, "I have today contacted Kwasi Kwarteng to offer my sincere and heartfelt apologies for the comments I made at yesterday's Labour conference fringe meeting. My comments were ill-judged and I wholeheartedly apologise to anyone affected."
When you said her name, I had to go and Google her because I knew what the name sounded like to me.
Yep.
So I just wanted to put a face to the name.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get into our topic of the day. What you saying?
So today's topic of the day is linked to that last headline. And the question basically is this: how do you feel about people outside of the community commenting about things and or people within the community? I know it's kind of broad, but how do you feel about it?
I think that's broad. In regards to this specific example, this story, my first thought was, as a black person, we identify white people who we think are black. And we call those people out. We call them wiggers. We say I don't know, whatever the term we use.
Wiggers?
Yeah, wigger.
Yeah.
Or like a white nigger?
Yeah.
Damn.
Especially back
I've
in the
never
day.
heard that.
I don't think that term is used a lot, but it is in the atmosphere. A wigger. So it's the same question to us as well. And I think because of racism, anything a white person says to a black person, obviously, it's automatically, oh, you're being racist, which I totally understand. But in the same breath, we do it all the time. Like, we call out people who act black, people who are not typically, like even Asians who act black.
But don't you think that's different because they're acting black? This is them that is black business, but this woman is being in black business, so it's different.
But
So if someone was acting white and I call them out for acting white, that's me being in white business. If an Asian person or white person is acting black, that is I'm black. That's my black business. So I think her calling him and saying that he's not black, first of all, you're not black. So you don't know what the threshold is to qualify as black for you to then say that this man doesn't hit black. So she's in black business. I think if there was an Asian man, for example, what's Rishi Sunak? Yeah. If I said, you know what, he's not even a real Asian, I have no right to say it. I'm not Asian. I don't know what qualifies a person. And that's me being in Asian business. So I think it's different if we call someone out for like cultural appropriation or blackfishing, because they're trying to, they're basically taking from the black culture.
But that's just the wording though. Because if I say to a white person, you're not acting black, then in the same sense, I'm saying you're not acting white. I'm just using black.
I don't think that's what it means.
If I say to a white person, you're acting black.
Yeah.
You're giving off black mannerisms.
Yeah.
Your dialect.
Yeah.
Then in the same breath, that's also saying you're not acting white.
I don't think so, because if you saw a white person that wasn't acting quote unquote white, would you call it out?
But what are they acting like though?
No, that's what I'm saying. So if you whatever
I would
is
have to identify what they're acting as to be able to call it out.
So whatever in all of our heads, whatever we think a white person is meant to act like. If I saw a white person not acting how I typically see white people act, but they're not acting black, that is not. I would not get involved. That's my business. But if I say that you're acting black, I'm not essentially saying you're acting like that. That is white business. I don't care how white you act. That's my business. What I'm only calling out is
how do you act black? Oh my God, this light's killing me. I need to move. How do you act black?
So, things you say.
Mannerisms.
All that kind of stuff. The way you dress, lingo, people you hang out with. Like, I think we can all, it's not rocket science to identify someone who we believe is quote unquote acting black or adopts black mannerisms, dialect, whatever the case may be, innit? Yeah. And just going back to what you're saying.
Like Chet Hanks.
There you go. But Chet Hanks does it more like a troll, as to me. Do
you think so? I feel like he really believes that.
I don't know who he is.
He's
Tom Hanks' son.
son.
And he's always doing Jamaican accents and stuff.
Going back to your point, I need an example, because if a white person's not acting white, then what are they acting as?
No, but the point I'm trying to make here is that I don't think when black people say, and this is just me, this is just me anyway, but I feel like a lot of black people, I feel like if you said to a white person, you're acting black, I don't think at the same time, we're pointing out that they're not acting white. I just feel like I don't think that my concern and my interest stretches that far. It might be that that's what technically I'm saying, but I've never thought that before. All I care about is the fact that you're acting black.
I grew up on an estate that's multicultural, so there's like white boys or Asian boys that talk exactly like me, same lingo, like everything. Are they acting black?
It depends. It's tough. If you are white or Asian and you grew up in a predominantly black area, you grew up with, most of your friends are black. So naturally from a young age, you've adopted certain mannerisms, language, you listen to the same music. So when you're born and bred into it and you're raised into it and you're just one of the mandem, even though you're white or you're Asian, you ain't really called out for it, it's not really an issue, right?
Yeah.
But if
But
you're
that's just stereotypes though. Black people ain't just in a state. There's middle class black
but
people,
no,
there's
but
upper
you
class
use
black people. It's all types.
yeah, but you use the state as an example, so I'm coming off what you just said.
Because I was setting you up. So I'm saying that doesn't mean that just because you man say well go on or whatever, that doesn't make you a black man. What does it mean?
Yeah, but my reply to what you just said, it was basically I gave a good explanation to why those people get a pass. I didn't, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I feel like with them though, that they were raised. I guess that's what they've grown up with. Because really and truly, your surroundings can contribute to how you are. Do you get me? How you speak, all that kind of stuff. So that I can understand.
Yeah.
But I think for me, because I've met people who are like that, who literally that's all. They've only ever been around black culture. Do you get what I mean? But at the same time, they respect the fact that yes, I've been around this culture, whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm not black. I've also been around people who haven't necessarily been around the culture, but because they've rubbed shoulders with a few black people that they think are cool, whatever, they start to adopt things, and it just looks very forceful. So people that, for example, like say like your friends that you're talking about, Marks, you wouldn't feel like they're forcing it because it's natural to them. It's how they speak. But then the difference will be so clear when you see someone else who you can just tell this isn't true to you. This is just you deem it as cool, and then this is why you're speaking or acting the way you are. Do you get what I mean? But I just think, and even with that though, I've met people who, again, I've grown up with like around black people, and it's just that's now how they've been socialized, I guess. But they also respect the culture. They don't do appropriation. They don't do all things because they understand, yes, I've grown around this culture, whatever, the way I speak, maybe blah, blah, whatever. But at the same time, I'm Asian, for example. I'm still white. Do you get what I mean? So they don't try and appropriate the culture. But I definitely do think there's a difference. But I personally, I feel like I tend to be like this anyway, because I feel like I can think there's an issue with something, let's say with black people, for example, but it makes me uncomfortable when other people who are not black speak about it. So for example, even all the way down to, see how like sometimes within the black community, like black women criticize black men. Even though I get where they're coming from with the women, yes, I get it when black women say, because I've experienced some of the things, it pisses me off when I hear Asian and white girls chiming in. Fair enough, you might have dated the odd Andre and Kwame here and there, granted, but you're not part of the culture to come and start to talk. Like when we talk, yes, it might sound like we're generalizing, but I've got a black father, black brothers, black cousins, black friends. Like this has been I've seen this one too many times for me to come and add my mouth to this conversation, to this gist. Do you get me? So, but I'm like that, where I feel like I can tell someone off, and that's why sometimes I don't really like when, because I feel like black people are very, very accommodating to every other race. We're annoyingly so. In my opinion, annoyingly so. So sometimes I don't like when the conversations are being had, like when the whole clubhouse thing was happening. I remember there were certain rooms about like black businesses, as in not black like economic business. I mean like black matters. And I'm seeing people on the stage who are not black. But I'm personally like that. I don't like our business being discussed by other people. So for this Asian lady, you don't know what the threshold is for what qualifies you as black or whatever. And I feel like she's probably seen other black people say it. Because these people, as much as they act like, oh, we're politicians and we went to this school and blah, blah, they all keep their ears to the streets and Twitter and all this kind of stuff. Do you get what I mean? So I feel like she's seen what people have said and she's trying to get in with the blacks and be like, oh, he's not even, first of all, ma'am, you mind your business because no one asked you. Because when we look at your background, you might have also gone to an upper class school, you might have done all these things. You're not any far removed from him. And furthermore, anyway, what are people saying within your community about you? Do you get me? Because I know what Asians were saying about Priti Patel. So what are people saying about you? Do you get me? So for me, I've definitely felt like this comment was out of order. She should have kept her mouth shut. And I think people, if you're not black, respectfully, stay out of black businesses.
Yeah, I think, I don't know.
She might have been doing the whistleblower thing. She might have been basically essentially saying like, don't fall for it. Like he's actually not one of you. Like if that makes sense, you don't care, innit? Like just the fact that he's black is not, that it doesn't mean anything, basically. Obviously, she's gone the wrong way about it and it's not a place to say all of that. But I think maybe that's what she was getting at. Not necessarily calling that his blackness, but saying like, he's going to play the black card as a black man. And I'm here to let you lot know that this brother is not one of you lot.
And
like,
the thing is, like, the issue is that she's white. It's not.
Asian.
It's not. Sorry, that she's Asian. Sorry, that she's not black. Sorry. Because we as black people, we call out people. We call people coconuts. We call people Uncle Toms, coons. So we identify our own people who we don't think act black, and we call them out. Those names exist for a reason, right?
Yeah, but what are these people then?
The issue, well,
The people are black.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. The issue is that she's just white. Not that what she's saying isn't true. It's just that true or not, you can't say it because you're not black.
Yeah, that's my issue with it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. I don't. My passion isn't same as yours because it's not that deep to me.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's true at the end of the day. Like, there are people like I don't know the ins and outs of Kwasi, so I can't lay claim to what she's saying with him specifically. But I do identify some guys that I think are a bit on the bounty side. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, because she's not black, you can't say it because it's state of our business. I get it.
Yeah, because I think. Sorry, go on.
No, I was just gonna say it's like I agree with everyone's points, right? Just to continue from what Yusuf was saying, like I think it's not just a case of her not being black. It's also a case of her because she's not black.
Yeah.
She doesn't even know what it means to be black. Yeah. So it's like, why are you talking? And that's kind of what got to me, right? It's like she's a Labour MP, and this is what, and I'm saying this at the risk of people thinking I'm basically attacking Labour again, right? But I genuinely, I'm not, right?
The shoe fits.
But you know what it is? It's a case of, because you represent the working class, right? Or at least claim to represent the working class, a majority of black people would be or have come from the working class. You think you now know what we're like. You know what I'm saying? And you're trying to generalize us.
So is she a Labour?
Yeah, she's Labour.
Oh, come on.
You see what I'm saying?
We'll end this conversation time ago. That's why she's doing it.
This is exactly what I'm saying. And to me, that's disgusting because it's like, what, we can't elevate? We can't be middle class? We can't want other things?
Yeah.
We're not like one monolith, one thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we have the right to be whatever we want to be.
Yeah.
And it's for us to decide. It's not for you.
Yeah.
Who are you to talk about us?
Yeah.
Because some of your
The
people
problem
don't
is
even like
that
black people.
we do that stuff ourselves, like what you're saying though. It comes to the whole with the acting black things. Like you don't allow black people to do other things because once you come out of those stereotypical boxes that they put us in, the man start telling you you're not black in that.
And that's
so we
that's
do
a
that
problem.
stuff ourselves.
Yeah.
That is a problem.
It's a problem.
No, it is a problem, but it's like, for example, what's that girl's name? The other MP, the one who,
Kemi.
yeah,
Kemi Badenoch.
Oh, yeah.
with her, based on what she was saying alone, you can kind of call her, those names because.
Oh, I swear we done that to her on this show.
Yeah,
I did.
But
No shame
I
my
done
game.
it-
I
I
told
done
you
it-
her braids was an indicator.
Yeah, but I didn't do it based on her aesthetics, like you did. It was mainly from what she was saying. I'm like, how can you say racism doesn't exist or whatever it was? That's coonish activity to me.
Yeah.
And
what I
the
mean?
thing is, I could get that. Even if like the Asian lady, still, I wouldn't want to hear her bloody opinion, right?
Yeah.
But even she said it, right, because Kwasi Kwarteng said something crazy like that, I could be like, okay.
Yeah.
But the man hasn't said anything.
Yeah.
He's just been black. He's not come out to say, oh, I'm a black guy representing the Tories. He's just been a black man doing his job.
Yeah.
And because you don't like his views, you're saying he doesn't sound black. You wouldn't know he's black. He ain't black.
Yeah.
That's disgusting to me. So one day,
Well, even if it was true though.
Yeah.
yes, 100%.
I just think
it's
do you know
not your
what it is?
place. I don't go around
Yeah.
saying he ain't Asian enough.
Do you know what it is?
not my business.
It's like here, someone saying, okay, so someone can say, for example, I can know, for example, say one of my sisters was rude. I can know my sister is rude. Don't you, outside of my household, tell me my sister's rude. That could get you slapped. Don't talk to my family. This is how I am about black people. So
even if your sister
even
was
if it
being
is-
rude.
yes, because
No,
my
but
thing is like, it's not your
what
place
should
to
be
say
rude
that.
to
that person.
that person.
That's fair. That's your
Okay,
experience.
okay.
Then you can say it. But say, for example, like you're just watching her interact with me. You're like, oh, your sister's rude. First of all, don't speak on my family business. But that's why I'm saying that I'm like that. So black or not, black business or not, even if it is true to a T, just the fact that it's somebody else from another community talking on the matter, for me, it just makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I think with this woman, now that I know she's even a Labour person, it makes it totally different because first of all, she's around a lot. She would have been around a lot of people that were that are black in skin, but maybe not black in culture, according to her, right? So why is it that this guy's who you want to call out? Why didn't you call him out when he was just an MP and he didn't have any role and he wasn't in the public like that? Do you get what I mean? Why didn't you call Kemi out? Because she must have had conversations with Kemi. We can all tell how Kemi is. Do you get what I mean? So don't do it now because it favors you. So she's basically she's trying to use black people that come on our side and then like, I feel like she's trying to get brownie points from the black community. Yeah. In my opinion.
Probably.
Because now that I know she's definitely Labour, girl, mind your Asian business.
And this is why I tend to not like these type of groups where black people like to associate themselves with others and make it like we're all one group, thinking that all these other people care about you. This is why I'm all about black people. Think about yourself.
Yeah.
Look at this whole BAME, black, Asian, minority, all that type of stuff. It's what brings you down.
And that's what it is. And I think
over familiarity.
I hate that phrase.
It
But you've
is.
got to stop using that.
It's rubbish.
Well, and that's the problem, because I think a lot of people now think because we're all in the BAME. No,
is what I'm saying.
we
This is the
and you
problem.
are not the same.
We're not the same.
We're not the same. And I think that's probably what even gave her the temerity in the shoulders
This is what I'm
to
saying.
think that she can comment on his blackness. I think that's the cheekiest thing
Facts.
to do. I'm sorry. In my opinion, that's the cheekiest thing to do.
Yeah.
I could say it, anyone else could say that's fair enough. I mean, that guy said it to him on the news. I don't know when that clip was from. That black guy on the news, and he was basically saying to Kwame, like, you're very far removed from black people's struggles and blah blah.
Yeah.
And he does have a point.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear from an Asian lady's mouth.
Exactly.
I
And
really
he's
don't.
black, so he knows the experience is
Exactly.
the same. He knows. The Asian woman ain't black. She's never been black. She never will be black. You know what I'm saying?
We don't even
need
know
to
if she
start
likes
talking.
black people.
So
what I'm saying.
ain't the message is the messenger.
Yes.
Yeah.
For me, absolutely. And there's no shame in my game.
But do we see any hypocrisy in it though? Because we do it ourselves.
Nah.
No, but I feel like we're better placed to do it.
I know,
you know
I
what
know.
I'm saying?
Because of what we've been through, we get away with a lot, right? As in, we can kind of say certain things because obviously we are always looked upon as being, at the bottom kind of thing. Innit? I get it, but I don't know.
I don't think it's just a case of like the things we've gone through. It's just a case of like I'm black, so I know what it means to be black. You see what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
if for example I change to be, I don't know, one of the 1%.
Yeah.
I'm still a black person in the 1%. You see what I'm saying? Like
So, but based on growing up in this country, obviously is extremely multicultural, right?
yeah.
And I'm sure growing up you've had non-black friends,
yes.
Asian friends,
Yeah.
white friends. I'm sure you can speak to what it is to be Asian or white a little bit. Like if you had to write an essay based on your experiences, what you've seen, heard, watched, you'll be able to.
But all
I
of
mean-
those, but all of those things would be stereotypes. And
Yeah,
all
yeah.
those things would be me speaking on the outside,
Yeah.
trying to say, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, I can't think of an Asian name.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
who am I to talk?
It's
You know what
a
I'm
good
saying?
thing you didn't go that far. All right, cool. There's a call on the line. Hello,
Yes.
what's your name? Where you from? What would you like to say?
Hello, name Mark. I'm from England, but just living abroad at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, I just had time to say about what the lady said, and I just feel like what she said is what we all was thinking, to be honest. But you lot are just pissed because it came out of an Asian lady's mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we said.
I am. So are you black?
Yeah, I think he is.
I'm 100% black.
I'm gonna make sure before you all up in black people's business. Gonna cross the
I'm
line
fully
this way.
black.
Let's not do the violent conquest so early in the morning, please.
I get you though. No, listen. I get it though. At the same time, I do get what you lot are saying there.
Yeah.
But you know me, I got just a different way of thinking. I'm like, alright, cool. If she's just saying what she's thinking, I get it. She shouldn't say it because she's Asian, blah blah blah. She doesn't see it from our point of view. But if the shoe fits, what she's saying is true, isn't it? At the end of the day, if you forget what she is, what she's saying is true.
It is, yeah, but I can't say, yes, it's true, and I that's fair.
Yeah.
But for me,
Yeah.
I can't ignore the messenger. I can't ignore whose lips that message is coming out from, and because of that, it's now void. In my opinion,
I hear that. I think I'm more leaning towards if it's true, I take it with a pinch of salt because it's true. Okay, cool. I don't like the messenger, but the message is true, innit? So it is what it is, innit?
because you know what it is, yeah? When you give people a little, you give them an inch. If she said this now, no one had a problem with it. It was like, oh, you speak as you want to. They start to get deeper and deeper and deeper in black business. So I think for me, I'm very big on cut it as head.
Yeah.
Nip it in its bud very, very quickly. Because I think, yeah.
All right, caller.
Yeah.
Caller, can you ask me this question? Answer me this question. If
Go on.
Kwasi was a Jewish man, and this same woman said the comments, but she basically said that he wasn't acting like a Jewish man, what do you think would happen to her by the Jewish community?
Come on, we already know that Jews don't play at that.
Exactly.
And
Well,
would,
is
would
black
you,
people
would
playing?
you agree with the Jewish community basically policing or gatekeeping their thing?
No, but I'm not agree. They can do it. I get it. They've been doing this for long enough. I get it. Basically, what Esther is saying is, if we do what the Jewish people are doing, maybe 10, 15, 20 years down the line, they wouldn't even play with us anymore, right? That's what you're basically saying, right? If we give them this harsh stance, like they will eventually stop saying these things and they will just
I think
follow the line and be scared
Esther's
of us.
saying is that if it is that you allow this to pass, then you're opening up a gate for everything else
Yeah.
to pass.
Yep. Because you see how you give the example of Jewish here. That's so perfect because you see with them, no one appropriates the culture. No one does all these things. No one speaks out of turn. Like
Yeah,
the
because-
respect
because-
is.
Because
They
you know
do.
what?
They
I think
do.
that-
They do.
No, wait,
but
okay.
they just get.
People do, but there's
All right.
consequences to it, right? But I feel like with black people, we're
100%.
very come one, come all, allow this, allow that, where there's no respect. Because for her to even say this, I'm sorry, that is the audacity.
No, I didn't say let's allow her. All I said is what she said is true.
No, I'm saying black people do that in general. I think black people allow a lot of foolishness. They allow anyone to just say and speak whatever they want to do. Allow anyone to come in the culture and say, I'm part of it. Allow people who are not even remotely close to the culture be like, oh, I push this within the culture. Black people allow a lot of things. And I just think that needs to stop.
Also, what she as in the MP is
Yeah.
suggesting is that it's okay to basically have black as a stereotype.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because you know, if I call someone a coon, yeah, if I say someone's, if I speak on someone's blackness, I'm black. So it can be off conversations I've had. Like I've had conversations with people and I just think you're very, like, you don't care about black people, or like you're not very aware of like black struggles and what black lives is like, right? So if I call someone a coon, there's a reason for that. Do you get what I mean? But that's because I'm black. I understand it. But sis, you have no affiliation.
None.
So you're you're going off a stereotype of what you believe black people should be like. What does she want him to? Whatever idea she has of in her head. Because really, even with Kwame, yeah, like I can't even say the guy is Kwasi. Sorry. I can't even say he's anything, yeah,
Stereotyping
because
heaven is.
hey, Ghanaian looking at
That's
me.
a Kwame, you know.
I can't even say he's anything personally because for me, when I see him, I just see a educated black man who's got one of the top jobs in the country. I haven't really listened to like interviews or hear him speak about like how black people are and all that kind of stuff. Like I kind of like I know how Kemi did. Do you get me? And so I can't even say that he's a coon or he's anything. Do you get me? So for me, I just see that. So what she's I'm interested to see what she was looking at when she looked at him and thought, you're never black. What did she want him? What idea did she have of him? He wasn't a tracksuit in the House of Commons. Is that what she wanted? Like, yeah. But yeah, for me, it's definitely the messenger. Even if it's the truest thing ever.
I just kind of see it like, imagine someone like myself now. My daughter goes to a private school. She becomes an MP. And one Asian person telling me, or telling the world, my daughter's not black. Are you insane?
Yeah, no.
My seed. Are you insane?
Okay, what you're saying.
Being educated doesn't make you not black. That's the stupidest thing I've heard
Exactly.
in my life.
And that's why I'm interested in seeing what it is because I haven't heard many, I don't know, maybe people have, but I haven't seen a lot of conversations around black people saying that Kwasi is a snake or like not for the black people. Do you get me? I haven't seen that conversation yet.
That's not the narrative I've seen on that.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So, sis, where did you get this? Where did you get this from? What does she think black people should be like? She's a hater.
This is what happens. And like you said,
After one quick
Yeah, but she.
question,
Yeah, of course.
Oh, God.
because I must not have heard the full thing when Eno was saying it. I thought she just said that if you heard him speak on the phone, you would never think he's a black man.
Is that what she said?
Ain't that all she said?
yeah, but not literally though. She's talking about what comes out of his mouth, not just how he sounds.
'Cause I was gonna say how he sounds. Yeah, he just sounds like he's.
How would you know? How would you know?
Yeah,
I haven't heard
so
him speak
know
before. I'm
the
not sure what
household.
he was like.
I've heard him speak. He's very like proper, but the thing is, as in like good structured
his
English.
words or the sound of his voice.
Because
speaking good
both.
English,
I think his accent
doesn't
as
make you
well.
not black.
exactly.
His accent is not like Ghanaian or
It's
anything.
not
It's just
even just that. What she's saying.
Your Wi-Fi is
Higgy.
hagger,
Big
bruv.
man.
Like he went.
Did I get
I'm not on
marked?
Wi-Fi. I'm on like raw internet.
You know what?
You gotta-
Raw internet, as in what?
You gotta-
Ethernet.
Oh,
You,
Ethan.
I was gonna
Oh.
say you gotta talk to your provider.
Did I get marked?
Why, what happened?
Oh, we can
No,
hear you now,
you
babes.
go on, speak.
I was just saying it wasn't even just that. She was saying that superficially he might be a black man, but he's got more in common with these other people, and that's
Yeah.
because he went to Eton, like a very expensive prep school. And obviously, when you say that, that speaks to saying like black people ain't supposed to be doing all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
That's where the issue. That's where the
Exactly.
issues are. So it's
That's when
more of them
cheeky.
stereotypes that she's pushing into. Like, I get the sentiment that because obviously, if someone went Eton and that, like it's like what I said before. All them people of color that are MPs, yeah, once they make it to that level, yeah, they lose touch with whoever that they're representing. They didn't live like
You need to,
Your internet, you know.
that
reboot
makes
the
sense.
system,
Obviously,
big man.
gone to
He's
Eton,
giving
but
MTN.
He ain't live like man, so he's not in touch with man.
Yeah.
Go to someone else then.
You know what's funny? Yeah, it was all slow, and then that bit caught.
Just Mark, just make sure that you're not connected to the Wi-Fi as opposed to the Ethernet, because sometimes it just automatically
Switches.
goes back to the Wi-Fi.
I turned my Wi-Fi off
All right, okay.
from your suggestions.
Do you know what's amazing actually though? Because when we first started the show, yeah, Margs and technology was just not really besties, and now he's really in a place where he really has to. You really got to do it. I'm very proud of you, babes. Couldn't find a dock at one point. It was look at you. Our
Is it that
correspondent.
bad though? Do I need to reboot something?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Just
It's-
reboot and come back.
It's lagging,
It's a little.
big time.
But thank you, caller.
Yes, thank
I'll
you
be
very
back.
much.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Yeah, man. And kind of like what you said, man. We can't be giving these people opportunities. And stuff.
Yeah.
Imagine you think it's okay to go on live TV, right, and tell the public,
She has
that
an
he ain't
agenda.
black enough. This is what they do.
Also,
She has an
she's-
agenda.
We're all meant to just remain working class.
She's opposition, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is what she's meant to be doing, isn't it?
She is.
No, but look at David Lammy himself. He said, "Look, that's unfortunate. I wouldn't have said it." And he's black.
Yeah, I know, yeah, but
Yeah, but he's
Yeah, of
happy
course, he's
that-
black.
He's happy
Yeah.
that she said that.
yeah, exactly. So why
He
would
is happy. That
Is
she
he
said
Labour
that.
as well?
Yeah, he's like.
I know Lammy's happy. Lammy's
I
like,
don't
Graham.
know who she consulted before she did that.
That's what I'm saying.
and also
feel comfortable.
this is politics, isn't it? Like,
Yeah, but
isn't that what you're meant to do? You're meant to tear down your opponent.
yeah, but you need to.
Oh, Brent,
use-
someone needs a number. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it
Oh,
up.
thank you,
You,
babes.
you need to know how to. You know what I'm saying? To,
And then,
Navigate the racial divide.
but she ain't doing it to get our vote.
She is.
Well,
is,
obviously she's failing.
No, because what she's saying is, yeah, like over there they act like they look black, but trust me, they're not for the blacks.
Yeah.
Come over here.
I
Come
know,
to this
but
side.
that message will be better coming from a black person. So
That's what I'm
if
saying.
David Lammy
Yeah.
said that, Kwasi, he's not even for us.
Exactly.
I'm like, swear down.
Okay,
Okay,
come
I'm
on,
with you.
Lammy, let's do
No
this.
other Asian
Exactly.
woman told me. I'll be like,
That's what
move,
I'm
man.
First of all, you
That's what I'm
move,
saying.
man.
And the fact that you could do it means like you see us in a particular way. You're too comfortable.
I
Too
reckon,
comfortable.
This is the
I
problem,
reckon some of her black brethren was talking up the thing.
I think so. I think she went to
Please,
brunch.
I beg you say it. I beg you say it.
Nah,
beg you say it.
yeah, I feel like she went to brunch with the girls. You know how the girls get after like the third cocktail, and she said, "You know what? I'm gonna say this." I don't think they even said to her, "Say it." They were talking in black, and she said, "You know what? I'm gonna do my girls a service because this is what I've heard." She said that, and she thought the black community were gonna be like, "Yes." You know the sound they make in the room?
Yeah.
Boo, bitch, get out of the way. The heck?
Nah,
So
man.
cheeky, man.
She needs to come on the show and apologize, man.
Listen.
Apologize to the black people here.
Yeah.
Don't do it on BBC, man.
No, come here.
Exactly.
But for the community, since you love black people so
You know what I'm
much.
saying?
But
Nonsense.
to be particular, but I do think we need to gatekeep, man.
100%, man.
Black people need to start gatekeeping.
Yeah,
and not gatekeeping holidays and hotel destinations.
I
Y'all
want
are
to
mad
see.
for
I want to
that.
see what the exes look like too. You know, it might be Kwame's and them things.
Boy.
Anyway, let me know when we
But
get to that
those,
topic
those, you know,
today.
those would be secret exes.
Well, the guy's not going to come out.
No, as in they would have been the exes on the side that never made it to the house. Because they know how to behave. You know what I'm saying? For them,
Listen,
anyway.
black kings, stop letting women hide you. Not non-black women hide you. You guys need to respect yourselves.
Yes.
Hello, caller. What is your name?
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Morning.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah.
We can.
Okay, so I was just listening to what you were saying on this topic about that lady, and I think you're not really giving her a bit of grace, just a little bit of grace. So yesterday, when you were talking to that guy that called in, you kept talking about race, and I noticed he kept saying to you, can we bring it to more than race? Because this is not just about race. It was more to do with things like your social class and your earnings, things like it's broader than just race. And I think that's what happened.
Did this young lady
can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear, but didn't she actually just bring it to race?
Right. She did just bring it to race, but it was a fringe event at the Labour conference, and it was specifically about race. But the sentiment of what she's trying to say is that this guy doesn't make policies for the majority. He doesn't make policies for the majority. He's part of the elite. So how many people go to Eton and do all these sort of things, go to these sort of top-notch schools, and then they go into the Houses of Commons and they're making all these policies to benefit the elite? We've just had a mini budget. That mini budget is only benefiting the elite in society. It's not benefiting the working class, the people that are at the lower ends of society. Unfortunately, a lot of Black people do fall within that sort of that in terms of the definition of elite and sort of working class. A lot of Black people don't fall into the elite. So I think the sentiment of what she was saying is that this guy is not making policies, he's not doing the budget for the majority. And yes, I get it, she did say he's superficially back, but it was a fringe event, it's a small amount of people, it's specifically about race. And so I think it's a bit hard for you to, you're being a bit hard on her to just sort of disregard her and say, oh, how dare she say what she's saying because she's outside of the race. As a Black woman, every single day, I'm coming across people talking nonsense about the race. And so I get what you're saying. Sometimes it is about the messenger. But the sentiment of what she's saying isn't specifically, oh, Black people shouldn't go to Eton and he's Black because of how he sounds. What she's just trying to say is that the policies that this man is saying isn't for the benefit of the majority, isn't for the benefit.
Then she should have said that. That's what she should have just said.
She should have. Yeah. She should have. But how many times, Esther, have you been on here and you've said things and it's come out a bit not really how you meant it to sound?
Not when I'm in other races' business. If you're going to be in Black people's business and you're going to say something that you think is going to help the Black community, then you need to make sure that you word something correctly. If I'm going to sit here and get myself involved in and tell white people why this particular white person is not necessarily for them, I'm going to make sure that I'm going to make sure I think about what I'm going to say before I say it properly. You can't she can't say what she said and then the undertone of it or what we should be getting out of it is that, you know, he's not for the betterment of a certain class and stuff like that.
So the actual conversation, the event was specifically about race. So everything they were talking about at the event was to do with race. So I think that's why she started to talk about, oh, he's not a Black man and all that kind of thing. But I think she's not a bad person. I do know her and she isn't a bad person. She's not
So
racist.
You know her?
Wait. I appreciate your take. I really do. All right. There's a line that says, if you hear him on the Today program, you wouldn't know he's Black. Do you see how dangerous that message is?
Yes. And so do you think that she's just saying because of how he speaks, that's why he's not Black? That he doesn't sound Black? Or do you think it's because
if you hear him on the Today program, not if you watch him on the, if you hear him, just his voice, you wouldn't know he's Black.
No, but if you hear what he's saying, so the policies that he's saying, not just about, because he's well-spoken.
He's superficially...
So if you hear what he's actually saying, it doesn't sound... Well, she shouldn't have said it. Don't get me wrong.
I need you to state that. I need you to state that what she said, you believe was wrong and she should have worded it differently, because that's what we actually say. Yeah. We are saying what she said should have never been said.
I think that guy... and it's coming from a Black person, the policies that he's creating, his mini budget, it's not for the benefit of Black people.
Then sis should have said that, but she didn't. What she said was completely different, and I think that the backlash she's getting and her suspension is very much fitting for what she went on there and said.
You see, can I quickly say something? Yeah.
Yeah.
Firstly, I really appreciate you calling
100%.
in. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and I think this is why it's so important that people like yourself, people from different who have different viewpoints, call in and express themselves. And the thing about this show and the new Black, right, is that we listen to every Black person, everyone generally, but every Black person. We don't say this particular person's black view is not black enough.
Yeah.
You're black, so you can comment. You see what I'm saying? For somebody on the outside to now say, you who's black, who has a particular angle, who lives a life in a particular way, is not black enough, is wrong. Period. You see what I'm saying? Like, even when you said his particular policies are not for the betterment of black people, I don't particularly agree with that, right? Does that mean someone outside has the right to tell me I'm not black enough? You see what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make sense. I already said on the show, for example, his policies about reducing corporate tax would help black people, for example, who want to start businesses. Because it would. Mathematically, it would. Removing stamp duty, would it help black people? Yes, it would. Mathematically, it would. It's like, this is fact. It may not help all black people or the majority of black people, but to say it doesn't help black people is wrong. And for somebody else who's not even black to speak about black people like that, it's disgusting to me. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's a good thing that she apologized. I mean,
she has to.
But she has. She has apologized.
Yeah, she did.
But the caller, I don't understand where you're coming from.
Do you
Because
think
she's actually apologized. So she's
so
walked
this
back.
is where I'm coming from. This is what happens, right? The press will take a little bit of what people say and then throw it out. And when you hear it and you hear what the person said on its own, it sounds crazy. And you think, oh my God, like, how she's racist. How could she say that? Blah, blah, blah. But when you look at the whole overall picture and you know the person, you know what she actually meant. And I get it, you know, she's on a public platform and she shouldn't have said it. And the words should have been different. So she shouldn't have said, oh, you know, he doesn't sound black and all that kind of thing. But I just feel sometimes it's more than the words of what people say. Sometimes you have to look at the sentiment and the person that is behind the words that people are saying.
I agree with what you're saying, but you are an MP.
This conversation seems to be quite one-sided, sort of against her. And if you do some digging, because I mean, some of you didn't even know what party she belonged to. If you do some digging about the type of person and her background and the sorts of things that she's done in the past, you can see that this is not a typical sort of racist person jumping into business that she doesn't belong in.
Respectfully, yeah, you know her, which is why you're on the side that you're on. Respectfully.
Mm-hmm. But I don't understand. She's apologized. She's actually said what she said was wrong. She's actually, what we've just said before you called in was that she was wrong for saying what she said. And we gave the reason as to why it is that we were saying she was wrong. You've come on now to defend.
I didn't listen to.
The sentiment of what she was saying.
I didn't listen to everything you were saying because I'm sort of in and out of work. But what I heard is that you agreed with what she said, but she shouldn't say it because she's not black.
Who agreed with what she said?
The message of what she was saying was right, but you don't accept it because she's not black.
No. I believe that what we were saying is that if there were anybody to talk about this guy, it should be black people.
Exactly that.
So if it was a black person that said this about this guy, you would be okay with it?
I would be more welcoming to listen to it because at least you're black and you know
the only thing that you don't agree.
I was just going to say, it doesn't make it accurate. It just makes it something that's more palatable to my ears. That's all it is.
I'm more likely to
you're black.
Listen, yeah.
You know what it means to be black.
And then, and also, you said you were saying that it's because he's well spoken and he went to Eton and he's sort of a middle class. That's why you think she's saying he doesn't sound black or he's superficially black, as if black people don't belong there.
But this is what you're saying.
No, we didn't say that.
This is what you're saying.
Okay. Do you know what? I was listening. I'm in a Teams meeting and I'm listening to what you're saying. So I keep muting. So maybe I've misunderstood what it is that you guys were saying. And for that, I apologise. But I just want to get this across that sometimes it's more than sort of the words. If you look at the overall picture and the context of what's being said, then it's not as sort of shocking as what you think on the surface, sort of what you're hearing. This lady isn't racist. She's not against black people. If you do a bit of digging into her background, she is actually a decent person. And what she said, admittedly, it could have been worded better. I 100% agree with that. But if you look at the sentiment behind the words, what she's saying is that this guy is part of the elite and his policies do not fit in they don't benefit the majority. But I'm going to have to dash because I'm in a meeting. But thank you so much, and I've been really enjoying the show, and I do try and listen where I can.
Thanks for calling
Thank
in.
you so
Have a
much.
nice
I'm
day.
gonna hit you up later because I want to get MP on. I want to get MP on, and you could be the plug. I'm gonna hit you up later.
No, please don't.
All
Don't.
right.
If you see my please don't. All right, then. Bye.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Yeah, man. At the end of the day.
What was that? Like a direct break?
Okay, you're done.
The gremlins in the system, man.
I think the woman and her
need to
friends gonna
reboot
hack
your
the
router.
system.
No, but
This guy.
hold on. Oh, did you just log off?
Yeah.
We're not gonna see him.
Yeah, but the other day, hold on. You told him to go onto his Ethernet when? Was that since the start?
Monday.
Okay.
And then he was.
When did he go back to using Wi-Fi then? Because it was fine last week.
If the Ethernet is working like that, then that means the entire juice is murked. So going on Wi-Fi is going to be worse.
Okay.
So he has to reboot his router.
Okay.
I'll tell him.
All right.
I was gonna go take a nap.
So I'll meet you guys at the station.
But yeah, interesting conversation. But I just think I think to be fair, I'm open to listening to, because there are some things that people there's uproar about, and I'm like, actually, there's a bigger message here, and I feel like sometimes people are is it pinpointed, picking?
But the thing is, I do hear what she's saying. Though.
Nitpicking.
But I'll be honest with you. Yeah, the fact that she knows her personally. For me,
yeah, she's talking from a bias place.
Yes. So for me, I'll be honest with you, my is capped for me.
But we defend our friends.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
The thing is, we defend our friends, yes. But if someone comes and tells my friend did something to them, I can tell you I did not know this of my friend, but I would not take away what you now believe of what you think of my friend. I might say to you, you know, actually not that bad. I think she's having a bad day, but I am understanding of why you think of that. Do you get me? So I think with her, she knows her friend is not racist and stuff like that, and that's great. But you can't be mad at people who don't know anything about her thinking this based on what she said, which is very wild. I mean,
exactly.
Because really and truly, if it was really about politics and whatever, she could have come out and said, you know what, let me make it clear what I meant. She's been suspended. She's come out and apologized. There's all these things, and there's a reason. There's a reason for that. What was that guy that was working with Boris, and during lockdown he went to his second home? I can't remember his name now, but when all of that happened, people were like, "Oh, Cummings, that's it." People were like, "Oh, you're doing this," and he was getting a lot of backlash. And he said, "I'm going to explain to you why I did what I did, and no, I'm not going to resign." Do you get me? So, for her to be facing the backlash she's facing, ma'am, you know.
I hear it. I think I got like maybe a higher tolerance level for sure. Yeah. I don't feel like what she said was that heinous. I'm sure she could have said way worse. So I'm just taking it with a pinch of salt. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, and this is the beauty of it. Like, it's beautiful that all of us can have different opinions, and I think, to me, like, the main thing for me is we all have different opinions, but we're all black, and nobody has the right to say because of your opinion you're not black enough. You know what I'm saying? And that's, I think, fundamentally the issue for me. That somebody outside of the community feels comfortable enough to come in amongst us and say, listen, guys, this one there ain't black enough, you know.
That's what makes me so uncomfortable.
It's ridiculous to me.
That makes me so uncomfortable. I feel like there's other ways she could have said stuff, and if it's about policy, she could have said, you know, I don't feel like your policies support black people. I wouldn't have an issue with that. But I think to question a man's blackness.
No, exactly.
Because I'll be honest with you, as much as like obviously there's like stuff that we even say within the community where this person's a coon, blah blah, I don't even fully like that, because I know that there's some obviously people say for different reasons.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're ridiculous. Obviously people say for different reasons, but sometimes I am aware of that. There's certain black people who, for example, if you don't use slang and you speak, proper English and whatever, they will say to you, "Oh, you're one of them." Like, do you get me? I know that there's stuff like that. So, and that even makes me uncomfortable in itself. Even sometimes when people do have a different outlook, and what their mindset is not automatically for black people. It's not for black people, and be like, "Oh, you're." I'm like, no, hear them out. So I give grace where I believe grace needs to be applied. But I think, and I it makes me uncomfortable that people question people's blackness anyway. Even sometimes when I do it, I have to be like, actually think about it. Do you get what I mean? So, but it's extra wild to me when it's somebody from outside the community, because you don't even know what qualified. You don't even go here.
Yeah. Would it be worse if she was white?
Same energy.
Exactly the same.
Same energy.
You? Honestly.
I think it might be a bit worse, but it's my reasoning is kind of the same. Okay. Yeah. If that makes sense.
For me, it's same energy because if you're not black, don't talk black.
Yeah.
Don't speak on black business. Exactly. Mind your business. I'm very like that.
Yeah. It just might be a bit worse only because we know like Asian people ain't oppressing us as much.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, but Asian people, no, but some Asian people do not like black people.
Yeah.
Like they call black people N-words.
All the time.
Some girls I knew in uni that I'd spoken to and been around and blah blah. Come to find out that they do blackface and stuff in their spare time when the lights are out in uni.
I'm not
and they make jokes and they say. So do you get me? So for me, it's like you're not black. Stay out of black people's business. I'm people like that with Nigeria. As much as I can say, Nigeria is what it is. If you have no experience, no first-hand experience of Nigeria, you're talking hello.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
And it's partly the reason why, again, Farrakhan hotted up Mike Wallace in that interview when he was saying, I've been to Nigeria and it's the most corrupt place in the world.
Close your mouth.
And he was like, what?
Close your mouth.
To be talking,
nah, but,
you know what I'm saying?
But weren't you fine with Trump saying Nigeria was a shithole?
I said that. What I said was... I don't know, you're laughing, you're cackling like that.
No, because I'm reading the comments as well.
Of course you are. There's nothing funny in the comments. With that, I feel like, it's wild that Trump said that. But for me, what I was annoyed about was that they took offense to it. And the reason why but the reason why I let that didn't bother me as much is because Nigerian politicians spend so much arse licking the Western politicians. So for me, I saw that as serves you right. I think if Nigeria's minding the business and he just said it and there was unprovoked, whatever, fair enough. But this one, they spend so much of their time arse-licking the West. And I said, look, you've gone there, they've embarrassed you, there you go. So that one, I felt differently about it.
Yeah, no, you're entitled to feel however you want to feel. I just feel like it's the same thing.
It's not. It's very different.
To me.
Yeah. To me, it's very different. They deserve that one. They still didn't learn. Place is still the same place. Is that it?
Yeah, done.
All right. Okay, Brent.
I like the fact that this just shows that we're not a monolith. So.
This is it. This is what I'm saying.
We're not a what?
No, monolith. Huh? We don't all think the same. We're not all, you know what I'm saying? And we're all black people and we all have the right to you know what I'm saying, say and speak as black people.
Because as much as we're all black anyway, we all have different experiences.
This is it.
As much as we're Nigerian, we have different... everyone's got different life experiences and stuff, but...
The poll is in. I asked, are you okay with Rupa Huq's comments? 62% said no. 24% said I'm indifferent. And 12% said yes. The only person that said yes was Gin and Gist.
Okay.
The only person?
Yes.
So Gin and Gist is fine with what she said?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. All right.
Let's go. This guy is troublemaker. So our next headline is about the IMF, and they have criticised the UK's tax cuts. So the IMF, the International Monetary Fund, has openly criticised the UK government over its plans for tax cuts, warning that the measures are likely to fuel the cost of living crisis. In an unusually outspoken statement, the IMF said that the proposal would likely increase inequality and add to pressures pushing up prices. Markets have already raised alarms over the plans, sending the pound plunging. The government says the measures will kickstart economic growth. On Wednesday morning, UK time, the pound stood at around $1.06 after dipping by 0.7% in Asia trade. The Chancellor, Kwasi Kwarteng, unveiled the country's biggest tax package in 50 years on Friday. The £45 billion cut will be funded by government borrowing. The IMF works to stabilise the global economy, and one of its roles is to act as an early economic warning system. It said that it understood the package aimed to boost growth via tax cuts, but it warned that the measures could speed up the pace of price rises, which the UK's central bank is trying to bring down. IMF said, furthermore, the nature of the UK measures will likely increase inequality. The IMF said that the government publishing a fiscal plan on 23rd of November gave it an opportunity to reevaluate tax measures, especially those that benefit high-income earners. The UK government's proposals would scrap the top rate of income tax and end a cap on bankers' bonuses, among other measures. The announcement on Friday sparked days of financial turmoil as investors dumped the pound and UK debt. On Monday, the pound fell to record lows against the dollar. Some of the country's biggest lenders have suspended mortgage deals as well amid the uncertainty. The Treasury said that we are focused on growing the economy to raise living standards for everyone. It also added that Mr. Kwarteng was due to publish his medium-term plan for the economy on the 23rd of November, which would include ensuring the UK debt falls as a share of economic output in the medium term. So yeah, long story short, that sounded all very complex for no reason. But well, basically, the IMF is basically saying, look, we don't approve of you guys' economic policy, which probably is the sentiment of most people in the country at the moment anyway. So it's understandable. But I guess what makes this a bit more alarming is the fact that IMF typically doesn't talk about these type of things. They don't really come out and mind people's business like that. You know what I'm saying? they know how to behave, unlike others. You know what I'm saying? But you know, they thought, you know what, we need to actually say something. But I did want to throw in an opposing view, and this was from Lord Frost.
Of course.
And Lord Frost, who's the former Brexit minister, and he's a close ally of the Prime Minister, right? So obviously, maybe that's why he's saying this. But still, he basically told the Daily Telegraph that IMF has consistently advocated highly conventional economic policies. It is following this approach that has produced years of slow growth and weak productivity. The only way forward for Britain is lower taxes, spending restraint, and significant economic reform.
You see, when you see black people in high positions that typically, like our ancestors probably couldn't dream about being, are you proud of them?
Yeah, of course, 100%.
So even if say with Kwasi, yeah, like obviously when I found out what job role he had, I was very proud of that.
Yeah.
I thought that's a great role. So even if he's not for the people, would you still be proud of him?
I'm proud that he was able to get there.
Yeah.
But I'll be disappointed in how his thinking is. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, black is obviously, as we've kind of discussed already.
Yeah.
It's not just your superficial; it's inside as well, isn't it? But our skin color is a barrier. You know what I'm saying? We know this. You know what I'm saying? So for him to push through and to get there shows, I think, his hard work and his excellence in that particular area. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it speaks something, about him.
What about you, Yusuf?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I was thinking that because I feel the same. I share the same sentiment. Where I'd like to see you in that position that you made it. Kind of made it there, and hopefully it will be easier for the next person and the next person. But
because at the same time, again, this is why the conversation is important. There would have been white people who got to certain positions of power who didn't care about other white people. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But sometimes a white person from the working class, for example, or maybe someone from Labour who represents the working class, made it to the top. There will be white people who are proud of that white person. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we can't just say, because of the colour, you know what I'm saying? Of course, the policies may be disappointing, but him as a black person, he's obviously done something right to get there. Definitely.
Sick. Okay.
And the next headline, this is kind of centred around Labour as well, and this is Sir Keir Starmer. And he's basically come out to say, look, Labour are the party for you guys. You know what I'm saying? We can fix this economic problem. So he's come out and said Labour can come to the UK's rescue as it has done at key moments in the past. And this is what he said at a big speech at the party's conference. He said the public must never forgive the Tories for crashing the economy. And the only way to end turmoil and create a fairer, greener, more dynamic society was with a Labour government. He said this is a Labour moment, just as it was when the party won election victories in 1945, 1964 and 1997. In an hour-long speech, Sir Keir Starmer said the country can't go on like this. The government has lost control of the British economy, and for what? They've crashed the pound, and for what? Higher interest rates, higher inflation, higher borrowing, and for what? Not for you, not for working people, for tax cuts for the richest 1% in our society. Don't forget, don't forgive. I like the vim. He claimed Labour had...
you like the vim. It's 4 simple words.
He claimed that Labour had been transformed under his leadership into a party that is once again fit to serve our country and was now the party of sound money. But he also warned his party that they should show discipline in the next 2 years before the next general election.
Labour are doing a lot, man. They're doing a lot. I would like to see what they come up with and how. But that's the thing with politics, because everyone can do amazing PR and can say, I'm going to do this and this party's not great for you and stay woke and blah, 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 blah. But then when people trust you and you get there now, you can go and just do shit all.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. But it's good, like, if like, again, the people, because I obviously believe in democracy and whatnot. If the people vote them in, it'll be good for them to get in and we can see what they can do. Because if they can do a better job, beautiful. You know what I'm saying? I'm for whoever's in there that can make things better. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
But yeah, that's the end of the headlines.
All right, well, let's get into Word on Road. Thought Mark's going to log back in a third time. He ain't got time for that.
Say no.
Mark said, all the best. I'm going to see y'all where I see y'all. But, okay, so Mariah has basically spoken out, or through a rep, because Mariah never really talks to the press. I love her, you know. Like, she is... I just love everything about her. But anyway, so she's basically said that she can't keep up with Nick Cannon's... She can't keep track of Nick Cannon's continuous growing family and babies. And quite honestly, neither can we, Mariah. Neither can we. So a source close to her said, an insider said that Mariah doesn't keep up with Nick's babies and baby mamas. The fact they even call them baby mamas lets you know that this is actually beneath Mariah. And there's basically too many to keep up. So you guys know he's had his 9th and 10 and 11 are on the way. I did see something recently, actually. But I'll be honest, I've spoken about Nick Cannon enough. Like, if I had £1... every time I mention Nick Cannon here, I'd be swimming in money. But it was something one of his baby mums must have, I think she said, so she's just one of his recent baby mums, right? Got a baby, right? Cool. So I think she wanted like a night nurse. So that's basically someone who watches the baby overnight. Wow, so you can like a nanny, but for nighttime.
Okay.
Yeah, so a night nurse. And I don't know the full tea exactly, but I believe someone was like to her, like, you know, I know she was complaining about how tired she was. And how tired she was and blah, 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 blah. Which, whilst we can all say, you know, Nick, you know, sows his seed in these women and they give birth and he has money and he, you know, blah, blah. Again, that active, present father who can relieve the mother of, you know, childcare at times is missing because he's needed in, 11, let's say on average, 8 households. Do you get what I mean? Because, you know, some of the women have dipped back. Yeah, so she was basically like, you know, talking about how tired she was, blah, blah. And then someone must have DM'd her and said, why don't you get a night nurse? Get Nick to pay for a night nurse. And then she said, he's not my sugar daddy. He's my baby's father. I was thinking, first of all, relax. She said, yeah, he's not her sugar daddy. He's a baby father. Can't just be asking him to pay for this and blah, 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 that kind of sentiment. And people were basically coming for her and coming for Nick, just saying that, you know, if you're going to have all these children, like he's got his, because people are saying he's a multimillionaire, he should be able to afford this and blah, blah, and helped, you know, to help the women. And then people who don't see the sense in, you know, him sowing his seeds everywhere, they were like, exactly, this is what we're talking about, because he's got kids here and there, whatever, but they're basically what he does the maternity, he, you know, impregnates them, does the maternity shoot, does a lovely caption on Instagram, then he dips onto the next one.
Is that a narrative?
That's what people are basically saying.
Yeah, but people saying
because he can't actively be in every household, and these girls are not his girlfriends.
Yeah, but we don't. A lot
of them are just.
We don't know what he's doing behind the scenes. We don't know if, based off of this little exchange, that he's now going to get the.
I hope he does, because sis really was tired. I hope he does. I hope he does. You know, that does kind of highlight to him something to do. But yeah, people are basically cooking him. But yeah, he and Mariah obviously still co-parent. You know, the twins they have, and. Yeah, I mean, I can't lie to you. When I think of how they were married, I'm proud of him for that. To have someone that you're crushing on, like a celebrity, and you actually end up with them, and it's Mariah.
Yeah,
that's elite. That is good stuff.
Nick gets what he wants, man. I was just gonna say, yeah, since we're talking about Nick Cannon,
yeah. Here we go. I said, oh, by the way, my doc never gets done by anybody but me in this room. And guess what? Guess who put this in? Mr. Polygyny himself. Carry on, go on. About since we're talking about Nick, you knew you had this in your heart.
All it is I heard him speaking at the Breakfast Club, innit?
Yeah.
And he basically said that he's also heard the rumors that it's because he's unwell, whatever, got sickness or whatever.
Yeah.
That's why he's doing this. And he said, no, that's not the case. So that's what I wanted to say.
What's the case then?
They're just doing it because that's the way of life he subscribed to.
He should have let those rumors slide. He should have let those rumors go on.
Why?
Because that's a better reason.
Why is it a better reason?
I don't think that's, personally, I think dying and leaving kids behind, for me, I don't think it's the greatest thing. But I can understand the sentiment of you want your bloodline to carry on.
Yeah.
If you're dying anyway, I mean, we're all dying, but...
Yeah. But he's not dying like that.
Okay.
He had a near-death experience before. And he was in the hospital. They've treated him. So he regularly gets checkups. And
he's got an illness that could take him away sooner than other people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say that. You've got that, but then you're still like you're having children left, right, and center, and that's not even the reason. So what? You're just having them because what? Because your dick works and you think you can?
No, because that's the life that he subscribes to, where it's like he doesn't see himself with one woman, and he wants to have children by.
But he's not with any of them though.
I know.
From what I know.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
like that's just the life.
He's not with them. He just has sex with them.
No, but he has a certain type of relationship with them. Like
they're baby mothers.
Yeah, but it's not like just I guess baby mums. Like he just finds a woman to be a baby mum. He actually likes a person, spends a lot of time, but he doesn't want to commit in a conventional way. That's it. That's his whole thing. You know what I'm saying?
Fair. Someone said anyway that the woman needs to start a union. they need to rise up and start a sister wives union. Man. But what are the best all parties involved? I mean, I can't knock someone for what they're doing when they're adult willing participants who are taking part in it. So I can't even take paracetamol for a headache.
I don't get why everyone's pressed. These women are not prisoners. Exactly. They all chose to be there, innit? So.
And also, obviously I don't know how he's doing it, but he said, trust me, I spend loads of time with all my children. That's what he said.
But even if he didn't, what's our business?
Yeah, I think it's just because obviously like very irresponsible.
I think nothing's our business, but I will comment on it.
Yeah, you comment. No, I'm not saying it in that regard. I just mean, like I said before, these women, this is a consensual situation.
Yeah.
They all, and I think we're negating all the stuff that's happening behind the scenes. We don't see what's going on. We don't see how he's dealing with the women, relationships, even the financial side of it. We're just bare assumptions, innit? End of the day, if he gets another woman pregnant, this 12th woman or 13th woman, she's seen the whole play.
That's the thing.
If you've seen the whole play and you want to join in, then it must be great over there.
Yeah. It must be great over there.
It must be great over there.
For real.
You know what I mean?
For real. It's true.
I'm actually screaming. No, that's true. All the best soap parties involved. Go forth, Nick Cannon. Low-key, I do, I get whatever's going on.
Guess who's back?
Welcome back. He's over it.
I don't want to speak. I don't even want to speak. Is it working?
No,
it's working
that's
now.
good. Thumbs up.
Yeah, it's nice. That's really good. Double thumbs up.
He was proper pissed off.
Yeah, because he had to restart his entire life. But I think all the best all parties involved. I do wish women would want more for themselves, but I'm very aware that is because of how I've been socialized and my idea of what relationships should be. So I'm not going to project. I mean, they're not going to hear it.
Sorry.
But yeah.
What, did Nick Cannon have another baby or something?
No. Mariah just says she doesn't keep up with him and his babies and his baby mamas.
Oh, okay.
Then we started talking about one of his baby mamas needing a night nurse, and but 10 and 11 are on the way. So 9 arrived the other week. I reported on it. I cannot say to you guys I will be reporting on 10 and 11. I'm not reporting on any kids anymore.
Yeah, we don't even need to report.
I'm not. Anymore. I'm done. By the way, I'm done. Unless something crazy happens where I don't know, one of the kids comes out holding a Bible or something. I don't know.
Let's report again once he gets to 20.
Most of one of the kids come out holding a Bible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because I feel like 15 is probably right. I feel like it's probably like 12, 13, and 15 already in the works.
Yeah.
Like they probably got nutted in last night. They don't even know yet. Yeah, when we get to 20, you will hear from me. I'll talk about it again. But next on my list is another American and African collaboration coming up. So Kelly Rowland yesterday put up a picture of her and Ayra Starr. Absolutely stunning picture, by the way. Absolutely stunning. Let me see if the camera can get into it.
Send it to Brent. We can put it on the screen.
Oh yeah, Brent. If you could do that, please. Thank you. See why we need you back on the Zoom?
No, but if there was a link in the thing, I would have just clicked it, but there was no link.
Yeah, so I don't do links. Literally,
the
never.
first one has a link.
E-Man did that.
Oh.
That was E-Man's. That was E-Man's.
Okay.
This picture here.
Yeah.
Okay.
You think it's great? You.
Who's it?
I think it's stunning.
No, it's not a bad picture. It's not as great as you described, but it's good.
Stunning, man. But so Kelly Rowland posted a picture of her and Ayra Starr She's the one who sings Bloody Samaritan. You guys know the song?
Yeah, that's a banger, you know.
Banger. Shout out to the uncle as well that dances to on TikTok. Big up him. And so she said tomorrow, but then Ayra Starr, because I wasn't sure what song it would be for. So Ayra Starr put on Instagram, she said, super excited to share this with you all. Someone I've always wanted to work with, and it's on my song Bloody Samaritan, the beautiful legend Kelly Rowland, and it's out today. So I'll let you guys know. I do hope it's nice, because in all honesty, the American and African collaborations this year have not been it. I can't name one that I like. Not one. Not the Selena Gomez and who is it? Rema? One of the guys. Not even my fave. Not even Chris Brown and
Wizkid.
No, that one I definitely don't like that one. That
I
song,
like that one,
I hate that song. Every fibre of my body. But no, when he did the Mona Lisa remix.
Oh yeah.
It sounded as if, because you know sometimes when Americans do jump on Afrobeat songs, it sounds as if that they're like trying to do the accent. It's like they're mocking the accent. Obviously they're not, but it just sounds like that, and it just comes off very like what in their mind African is like where it's like tribal and like drums like dude. Like, do you mean that's the energy I get from it? So I'm hoping this will make sense. Kelly Rowland has done Afrobeat songs as in features in the past before. Actually, I said nothing this year. The only one that's been the best is Brandy and Tiwa Savage. Somebody's Son.
I haven't heard that one.
You haven't heard that?
No, I don't think so.
Elite song.
Was that on the rotation? I think you used to spoke about that one.
No.
What's this ages ago?
I don't think we started then.
No.
Okay.
No, I don't think we started then. But yeah, so that was on Tiwa Savage's EP, Water and Gary.
Okay.
Very good. But that song is absolutely amazing. So hopefully this will sound good. Will you listen to it for the rotation?
Yeah, of course.
Lovely. All right, we'll get a good debrief on Monday. ASAP Rocky. So over the weekend he had a show. I think it was Rolling Loud, if I'm right. And he basically decided to jump into the crowd. He did a mosh. He decided to feature in a mosh pit. And there's a video. It's the funniest video I've ever seen in my life. There's a video, and he says facial expressions, and obviously he's become a meme.
Yeah.
But he's responded to it, and he said that shit is not funny. Some little bitch was squeezing the life out of my nuts.
Oh, was that why his face was like that? Oh. No, he looked like he was in distress.
He really was in distress.
And I thought, what, are people pulling his legs and arms? Or?
It looked like that. That's someone's holding
like,
his
he had four
hands.
people just pulling each one of his limbs. That's what it looked like. But it makes sense. Someone's grabbing his balls.
He literally was in distress. Like
he looked like he cried.
Yeah. He's in real distress.
Help me!
Literally, help me! When I tell you, it's the absolute, and then the memes have been absolutely hilarious. And then it's been like celebrities as well. Now, I'll be honest with you, if a meme goes viral of me and I'm a celebrity and my celebrity friends are using it as well, nah, don't do that.
I think
that give you the ick, Esther?
Well, his face like that, yes, ew.
That was your man. If that was your man, is Rihanna getting the ick? Nah.
Definitely. Rihanna's been getting the ick for a while.
yeah, I'm assuming Rihanna gets
Rihanna's been getting the ick. She gets ick for
A$AP Rocky has a few, like
ick moments.
questionable moments online.
Yeah. This will give me, if this was my man, no lie, this will give me the ick. Because why are you like that?
Still laughing.
Why is your face, at least try to be gangster with it?
No, but if his balls are getting grabbed, then come on, look at him.
He's going through some stuff.
No, what I mean, my light. Someone said, when you're having sex and you drag your girl to the edge of the bed by her legs, that's the face she puts on.
Do you know what's that killed me?
That was the first one I saw when I went on Twitter.
Oh man.
Lord, I hope that ain't true, ladies. I hope that ain't true. But yeah, he says it's not funny, man. His nuts being squeezed.
Did he try to crowd surf or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, he tried to get the mosh pit, and I just think it just became a bit too much for him to handle, and he literally looks.
But I said,
Have you got the video? There's a whole video.
Let me find it.
The video is absolutely hilarious. But yeah, and then also on the talks of the London streets is that yesterday Wizkid had I guess it's kind of like a private listening because no one could get tickets for it.
Yeah.
So Apple Music basically put out tickets. You have to subscribe and then you get an email whether you got the ticket or not. And I believe it was like a 3,000 capacity, I think.
It was at Roundhouse in Camden.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not
I'm
sure
sure
what
the
the
capacity
capacity
is.
is.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it is, but yeah, and then people went, and the album's gonna be called More Love, Less Ego. I have a feeling it's gonna drop as a surprise album on a Friday.
This Friday.
Yeah, I have a feeling. I don't think it's like one of those, because we've been teasing about album for a long time, but everyone just really assumed it would be like next year, and then this came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So I really feel like, you know, it's gonna. Brady's having too much fun with this. Man was actually in distress, like dying for it. But yeah.
That's the thing. Hold on.
This is
Yeah.
an assault.
If you're a celebrity, if I'm a celebrity, I'm not jumping in the crowd because that shit's gonna happen. People are gonna be trying to grab you,
Exactly.
kiss you, touch you, pull you.
Who was it? Someone tried to. Also, Nikki as well did Rolling Loud over the weekend, and you know she has like her hair was all the way down to her feet, or whatever.
Yeah.
Some girl's trying to pull her by the hair.
Yeah, because remember, this is the only time they're gonna be this close to you. They're gonna take any opportunity to do anything they want. Grab your bum, whatever.
wild.
It's wild.
It's very wild. But yeah. So Wizkid's new album is gonna be called More Love, Less Ego, which is really really cool. I do think also what strengthens my theory is because he's posted on his Instagram. Well, actually, it's a few days ago, but basically he's going to be doing Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, the same show by Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, but I reckon, because this is like a Ticketmaster kind of link, I reckon it's going to be a official show to like, you know, perform the album. But it will be cool. We'll see what happens anyway. There's no word on it yet. We'll see what happens. But the what's it called? The review is looking really good. But I mean, use it would gas anything. But
I'm dumb, you know.
What?
I should have went. And I could have given.
Do you know what? I didn't want to say it, but I thought I'll let you get there yourself.
You know what it is? The person told me late.
Yeah.
I would have to have cancelled the client. Then I would have been up late. I would have come here tired, and again, I just thought it's long. But now I'm thinking, right, I should have done it for like journalism.
Yeah. I did think that, but I just thought.
Tell me, man. Because
No, because I didn't want you to feel bad.
No, because yesterday it didn't even click to me. Oh, if I go, then I can come here tomorrow and speak about it. It didn't even click on my mind until just now.
It's all the politics we talked about yesterday. Made you forget what kind of show this is. But yeah, so it should be interesting. Hopefully the album's coming out sooner rather than later. I don't think it'd be fair to wait till next year. No one's got time for that. So sir, bring it out. I'm looking forward to it. I think I'll listen, obviously because we're here now. I will be listening, as in on TDA now. I will listen to this fully. I still haven't finished Made in Lagos. Yeah.
You still haven't finished Made in Lagos? What do you mean? You haven't listened to the album in full?
No.
Oh, so when it first came out, you just didn't bother?
No, because I think people hype things a lot. Like, so with me loving Afrobeats the way I do,
Yeah.
I'm really into like cultural Afrobeats. So this was giving me R&B vibes, just Wizkid, right? So I was like, okay. But then I did like the songs. Obviously, at the time I was on radio as well, so I did listen to it, but it didn't ginger me the way people were making noise about it.
Yeah.
So what I would just do is just listen to the songs I liked. So I never fully. I think I breezed through it once, unless I got to my house for album finish. I can't remember. I don't believe I got to it. I can't remember the last song on the album. So yes, I think I breezed through it, kind of that kind of vibe. But I've never actually sat down and listened to the full thing. And then he had the deluxe version as well.
Yeah.
I just like the ones I like, and pick up the DJs. Anyone the DJ puts in a mix, if I like it, I'm like, oh, okay, that's an album. Add that to my playlist. But this one, I will be listening to it for journalistic purposes. But yeah, that is all from me. Let's get into the People's Journal.
Welcome to the People's Journal, people, where I give you the news from an economic point of view. All right, so the first thing I want to talk about is, I guess, the obvious thing, which is the pound has been falling now. And very unfortunate, of course. And the Bank of England has basically said, look, they will not hesitate to hike interest rates in a way to try and curb inflation, right? But with all that being said, the pound is still dropping. Should I say still dropping? It's basically too early to know if it's going to continue on that type of trajectory. But it is obviously a lot worse than it was a week or two ago. And that's obviously because of the mini budget that Mr. Kwasi Kwarteng put out last Friday. And so you may be asking, how does the pound falling affect you? Well, basically, you're going to get higher prices for everything, right? Because obviously, as the price of the pound, the value of the pound starts to decrease, the price of goods and services that's imported into the UK will obviously be affected, right? And so people are basically going to be paying more for the goods. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be passed on to you, right? Also, you're going to get higher repayments for mortgages, for some mortgages anyway. Yeah. If you're on a fixed, you're kind of okay until your fix starts to come to an end. And then obviously when you have to renegotiate and get your new tariff or whatever, yeah, you may be in a situation. But for those on like one of the trackers or a variable mortgage rate, it's looking crazy right now. I remember reading, let me quickly get it up. Where is it? But basically, certain mortgages, certain interest rates for certain mortgages have gone up crazy. So, for example, Nationwide, they've become the first big name lender to basically put up its fixed rate deals, and that was yesterday. And basically, what it is, the cheapest 2-year rate fixed mortgage is now 5.59%, and that's more than double it was 3 months ago. So 3 months ago it was at 2.5, and that's for 2 years. Now it's 5.59. I'm not sure if you guys recognize that's crazy. that's a real crazy jump. So how else can it affect you? Well, basically those who are abroad as well. So obviously you left the country, for example, with $1,000 in your pocket, thinking, oh, I'm in America, I can buy certain things. I'm in Europe, I can buy certain things. Now, the things you wanted to buy, you can't buy as many, right? Or at all, because the value of the pound has gone down, obviously.
It's actually wild, you know.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Yep.
I don't know if this is breaking news or not. Did Rupa get suspended?
Yeah, I mentioned it.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I just saw a post that was posted 5 minutes ago.
Oh, yeah.
The headlines, I thought maybe it just happened now.
No,
she's suspended. Yeah.
She's outdoor.
And
funny they can act this quickly though. But when police officers are killing black men, boy, taking 40 days and 40 nights to suspend them. It's crazy.
But to be fair, it's different organisations, isn't it? so maybe we're giving credit to Labour. Maybe that's a good thing.
First of all, we is French. I'm not giving credit to nobody. I'm just saying what I'm saying. That's why they keep coming for you, man. You deserve it.
All right. I was just trying to help.
You will make anything a positive point for... Anyway, carry on.
All right. So, So basically, those are the ways in which the pound...
Sorry to cut you again. Because obviously, just quickly, I've been listening for a long time, every week, every day, actually. And I'm guessing by now, everybody thinks that we're conservatives, isn't it?
No,
only E-Man.
You sure, yeah?
I promise you. I will bet my next month's salary on it. They only believe E-Man is...
Yeah, that's true.
Conservative.
Yeah.
But I think he's a secret conservative. He's hiding his real agenda.
Yeah, probably.
I don't even think it's a secret. Because they keep questioning his pro-blackness. So, no, trust me. The rest of us are we're all clear. Don't worry about it, babes. Our brand is intact.
By the way, I'm not Labour.
Do a poll to find out if they think we're Labour or Conservative, please.
Huh?
Do a poll to find out if they think we're Labour or Conservative, please.
Okay.
The platform.
As
a whole.
Yeah, as a whole. Because Brent will make up some silly question.
Brent will word it different.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
But you said you're not Labour. What are you, Brent? The new black?
So I've voted Labour my entire life, right? Mm-hmm. And I vote Labour sometimes because I don't want to give my vote to a party that might not win. So I don't want to waste my vote.
I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Not them saying Eman and Esther. Why am I in it?
Yeah. I get the vibe sometimes.
You don't get any vibe. You get no vibes. You get no vibes. Don't put my name in that poll.
Yeah. I just can't ever vote Conservatives based on their history. I just can't.
Okay.
So I don't want to waste my vote because I always want to basically turn up.
Okay.
I always want to, to protest in that sense. But I vote strategically sometimes.
And that's kind of how I feel as well. That's why I'm so upset. Because it's like...
Don't put your tone down.
It hurts. My chest.
I'm so upset.
My chest hurts. No, because, you know what I'm saying? Like, Tories, obviously, we know about the history. They've been terrible, man. But Labour are just not doing the job, man. They're just not doing the job. Anyway, so, and somebody in the chat made a good point about another way the pound falling affects us. Maybe not us, typically. But basically, in terms of exports, it'll become more attractive because the pound has dropped.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Like their money can do more, pretty much. But yeah, as a whole, it obviously doesn't look too good at the moment. But like I was saying to somebody yesterday, you have to remember that the pound falling and dropping and rising, whatever it's doing, it's temporary right now. You know what I'm saying? It's way too early to speculate about where you think the pound's going to be in the next 6 months.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People are reacting to these policies. It's not necessarily the case that the policies have caused this. I hope you understand the difference in what I'm trying to say. So, we have to actually, wait a while and actually see what will become of this. Also, because of everything that's going on, what some people are actually saying is that Kwasi Kwarteng may do a U-turn. Not like a complete U-turn on tax or spending cuts as such, but kind of maybe soften some of the things that he planned to implement.
Can he do that there? Hasn't he implemented them already?
No, a lot of the things are going to be coming in April. One, national insurance is November.
Oh, nice.
But a lot
so
of
that
the
means I get more money,
changes were in
like they
April.
take less from me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lovely thing.
No, but it's not lovely for the rest, so everyone's complaining, so you know what I mean?
What's complaining?
Everybody wanted national insurance to stay high.
Not me, boy.
Yeah, I know. Don't mind them.
Take a student loan and all if you could.
And the last thing I wanted to talk about, this may not seem like really economic news or whatever, but at the end of the day, it's free, so it means we're paying for it some way. And that's basically the flu and the flu jab. So now is that time, innit, to get your boosters and things of that nature. So obviously I'm not here trying to say you should get the jab, but just let you know that obviously this is the time. If you're interested in getting a jab, if you're over 50, you're a pregnant woman, these are the people that they say have a higher risk of illness and stuff like that. People with certain underlying health conditions, care home residents, asthmatic, different things.
Yeah, if you've got asthma, you got to do it. But I don't do it.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just want to let people know that obviously you're probably eligible. You know what I mean? Just inquire with your GP if you can get an appointment. So yeah, that's it really for today.
I remember one time I went to get it because I don't like injections, right? So I went to get it and I was like, oh, like obviously just a bit nervous. But used to call me childish. I said, the flip, what kind of job do you have? You should put my mind at rest. These are the worst doctors that just want to stab you up. Nonsense.
Yes, that's it for the People's Journal for today.
Alrighty, thank you, Mr. Conservative. Let's get into Wellness Wednesday.
No.
Who?
Lynn May.
Who's that?
Any Marks?
Yeah, get Marks to bring it on.
Yeah, man.
Oh, the one he said. What he said.
Yes.
Yeah, the one exposing.
Yes. Big up Lynn May, man.
Should we see if Lynn will come out?
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
What are you looking at the poll?
Why would you do the poll like that then?
I don't know why
Don't make
you
a
thought.
scene. Just vote. God damn.
How are you going to tell him to vote when his name is in the running?
Then vote Emmanuel then. Everybody's voting Emmanuel. There you go. Thank you.
This is rigged.
He's voting Emmanuel.
Who did?
He did.
What's the poll?
It says, who on TDA do you think is secretly conservative?
Okay.
Option 1, Mr. Foot Fetish. Option 2, Margaret the Pum Pum Fadder. Option 3, Mashtown's Finest. Option 4, pro-black activist. I will say, just because transparency, I did vote you, E-Man. But I picked pro-black activist. I still think you're pro-black. I just think that,
You have to remember, my pro-blackness is not in question. So remember, it's not a think,
Oh, absolutely.
That's
You
right.
are pro-black.
Oh, 100%.
Most pro-black person I know, I've ever met in my life.
To the core.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yes. We're now on Wellness Wednesday.
Wait, before we even get there, sorry. Mark, can you tell people to like the video, please? Because our views are very high, but the likes ain't.
Yeah, there's damn near 200 of you in here, and there's not even half of us have liked the video. That's not right.
Yep.
Really,
Right.
we should at least be able to get it to 100 before we move on.
Yeah.
Just quickly.
So let's do that.
True indeed.
Anybody? Are you not listening?
Yeah, so let's protest, right?
Let's
As
protest.
in what?
protest.
Just
The likes.
Just stop the show until they.
Yeah, let's sit in
Yeah,
silence.
it's all right. What they got to do is press a button, bro.
Alright, go on then. Like it.
Okay. Well, 18 more. That's not bad. Come on, man. Unity. The algorithms, they help, bro.
So we're too busy contributing to the chat. You could do both.
That's it. Multitasking
All right,
that.
nearly there.
So what? Lin May's a conservative, isn't it?
No, she has conservative views, but she's not conservative.
All right, I'm gonna message her and see if she'll come up.
Nice.
Cool.
Let's see
Not
if
so,
she'll...
someone's in the chat blowing up Margs' business.
What's that?
It says,
That's what they do.
Q Margs, Lynn, you are leng.
She is Leng though, I'll tell you. She's clean.
Oh, dear. That is so funny. Are we there? Are we 100 yet?
Her views shouldn't affect her Lengness, in my opinion.
Absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely not.
So big up her. But look, we're there, 109. That's lit.
Beautiful.
Sick.
People.
Thank you, people. Thanks for taking
Yes.
People
part.
listen to black men. Love it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go.
Wellness Wednesday, yeah.
Is it ready?
Now we can make them feel good.
Is it ready?
Yeah.
Thing? Okay, cool. So, Wellness Wednesday. Actually, you know what? I want to do a little something, yeah. I want you lot to tell me where these quotes came from. They're all from one person, right?
Okay.
I believe that. I think.
I thought that was the intro of Let Me Hold You.
They're all from one person, but you want to tell us where they came from?
Yeah. So I want. The chat
who said
to
it?
be like, who said these quotes?
Oh, who? Okay, cool.
Okay, so who's the quote from?
Yeah, exactly. I think
Is
the
it
people
someone
get
that we all know though?
Yeah, if it's one,
I think so.
one 1942 philosopher, then we don't know.
Freud and
All
him.
right. Let me start. Let's see. Okay. Let me just channel the. You know what I mean?
Zen.
All right. Wellness Wednesdays.
Catch the beat in it.
Oh.
You're going to be sick in
Almost
this
missed
room.
the drop. All right. So, our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. I'm going to say it again. Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. Second quote. We may have all come on different ships, but we're all in the same boat now. It sounds negative, but it's
That's
positive.
funny.
We may have all come on different ships, but we're all in the same boat now. Change does not roll in on the wheels of inevitability, but comes through continuous struggle. Change does not roll in on the wheels of inevitability,
Feeling life is cut
but
out.
comes through continuous struggle. And the last one is, love is the only force capable of transforming an enemy into a friend. So I think, love is the only force capable of transforming an enemy into a friend.
Oh, that's a bar.
There you go. I think these are
Morgan Freeman.
The thing is, Brent,
You Google it.
I had my own little thing I was gonna do before you showed me that.
Oh, but
Yeah, was it Karl Marx?
You're an egg.
Was it John Locke?
No.
I remember John
Was
Locke.
it Socrates?
No.
Was it Immanuel Kant?
Nope.
Oh, I liked Immanuel Kant.
Was it Ludwig Wittgenstein?
Okay.
No.
You're done.
Was it Nicola Machiavelli?
No.
Someone
No.
said Stormzy. Get away.
Was it
might be.
was it Martin Luther King?
It was Martin Luther King.
Ah,
Junior.
ding, 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 ding. We have a
Junior,
winner.
Someone got it in the chat.
Yeah.
Big up Chuck Liddell.
I was gonna say Marcus Rashford.
Okay.
Close enough.
And that's when your internet should have cut out.
Big up Chuck Liddell. First person to get it. The great Martin
Okay.
Luther King Jr.
Oh, that's a play on Chuck Liddell. I'll see what he done.
Yeah.
I like the one about ships.
That's it, man.
Isn't it
That's
plural of
true.
ship? That's sheep. Never mind. Yeah. Yeah, I like the ship stuff.
Yeah.
That's actually true.
And I think it kind of ties in with what we spoke about today, man. We all come from different places. But at the end of the day, we're all in the same boat, man.
Really and truly.
You know what I'm saying? We're all black.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're not less on the boat because you're...
You're not
you know
one foot off the boat because you weren't eaten.
You know what I'm saying? We're all in the same boat, mate.
Yeah. Absolutely. Love
Yeah.
it. Love it. Love it. Thank you. You guys know we have daily segments. So if you would like to write in for asking for friends, here's what would you do. You can write into 075 64841073. You can also email tdasubmissions@thenewblack.com. And do let us know what segment it's for. That is also the number to, to call us on and also to send, feedback, I guess, on something we spoke about if you want to play during the show or text messages. But yeah, should we get into our last headlines for today?
Mail workers are looking to strike. The Royal Mail workers are going to be holding a 19-day strike action over terms and conditions during the peak postal build-up to Christmas. The Communication Workers Union, the CWU, said the strikes will cover Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Yep.
Black Friday. When is Black Friday anyway?
Is it November?
It's November, isn't it?
6th or something like that?
So that's all right anyway, because I swear that's an
Whatever the
American
Friday is,
thing.
isn't it?
That's an American thing. You guys should not be roped in by consumer culture and capitalism.
I think it's a good thing though.
No, because all it does, a lot of people spend money they don't have in this country. I don't think that's nice. I don't think that's good. So I'm not, even though it helps the economy and stuff, that's great. But on a personal level, I just don't think it's good. The reason why Americans have it is because it comes after Thanksgiving. We have that, then we have Cyber Monday, then we have Boxing Day, then we have January sales. Capitalism is wild.
Yeah, but it's your choice if you want to go and buy it.
No, absolutely. But not everyone has self-control.
I know, that's what I'm going to say. If you like self-control, that's your own palaver.
Sounds like a you problem.
Hey, this is the black man that she was talking about.
Who?
Who?
No, don't do it.
What happened?
Don't do it. He just seen what Kwasi's seen. Don't do it.
So, Mark,
It must be.
Don't do it. Please don't do it.
please don't do it.
Sorry.
No, go on.
No, go on.
I want to entertain it.
So what?
Go
Are
on,
you,
course
please.
you do.
wait,
You're
so
messy.
Marks, are you saying based off of appearance alone, you reckon she's right?
I'm not saying she's right. I'm not saying she's right. I never said anything.
No, but your
Brother.
laughter told 1,000, truths there.
And please remember, you said, what is black?
Yeah, I could. Now, obviously, this is clearly a black man.
Yeah, obviously.
No,
That's what I'm gonna say. On it.
don't say.
That is a black man. Let's protect our kings.
That's what I'm saying.
Always.
It's very important.
Does he have a wife? Do you know? Never mind, keep talking.
Yo, it's not like you to bite your tongue.
Wait, the thing is, yeah, okay,
It's not
cool.
like you to bite your tongue. I
Alright.
beg you, add some context, man.
I'll be immature for a second, innit? So you know how the way you judged Kemi based off of her hair?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, trim wise, what are you telling me? This is trim of a black man.
No, but that's the thing though. There's a lot of black guys, yeah.
You have the trim.
Yes,
He
I'm
does have
telling
a
you.
wife.
Put him in a Agbada, yeah. Change the glasses a bit.
Yeah, that's
You know what I'm saying?
but
No, he
that's-
looks like an uncle.
That's an
That's
uncle
what I'm
then.
saying.
Yeah.
That's
cool.
okay.
Based off of his age, I'll say this trim is acceptable then.
Yeah.
Right.
Because how old is he? He's
But you know them people there, like who go eating and stuff, like they don't go to like our barbers, innit?
Because they ain't black.
You know what though? Yeah, it's so unfair. Yeah, regardless of his upbringing, his education, his look. Like, who's to say what's in his heart? Like,
That's what I'm
you
saying.
know what I'm saying? This is wrong. What we're doing. We shouldn't be stereotyping.
who's we? First of all, you speak for yourself, big man. You started this. You got me googling his wife now, and I'm not gonna say anything about that.
No, go on.
Now, what's his wife look like?
Harriet.
Is she white?
Her name is Harriet.
I mean, we
Wait,
had Tubman.
Wait, you said Harriet. Yeah.
Oh yes, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
That is so
that
true.
don't mean she's white.
Nah, it's
Yeah,
a white
what about
Harriet.
Miss Tubman? What about Mrs. Tubman, man? Don't do that.
So do you think what's her name? Rupa.
Rupa Huq.
Rupa knows that he has a white.
I think
missus,
so,
and
100%.
and
She never-
in her heart, that's the reason why she's saying what she's
Nah,
saying.
that's not what Hooper said.
No, it's one of the reasons.
But
I'm sure it contributed.
it probably
Of
contributes.
course it contributed.
Yeah.
It can't though.
Why?
Let me see what Hooper's
Because a lot of
husband
people,
looks like.
people believe if you have a white spouse, then you're more
Okay,
stepping
yeah.
towards that side a little bit,
Yeah, Rupert married
But
to an
then-
Asian
or
man.
maybe you're dancing in the middle or something.
But then look at David Lammy. I like David Lammy. You know what I'm saying?
Let me see what David Lammy looks like.
He represents Labour. He's the shadow foreign secretary, I believe. His wife is white. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
So there's
I
a
ain't
theme
saying
going on.
I'm not saying
no.
like you're
yeah,
saying something
no.
about it.
You could definitely be. The conversations happened before.
Yeah.
Can you be pro-black and have a white partner?
white wife and that.
I believe so.
That's nice. So what segment were we in?
Second headline.
You're just saying that you agree with Rupa, innit? Basically.
That what? I don't know. No, I don't know. I still don't agree with Rupa.
You said you did it earlier. It's just remember, it's the.
Oh yeah, no, but I said I didn't know
messenger.
enough about him to know if actually he is like that.
All right, based on this new fact we just found out, does that change anything for you?
No, I still think she should stay out of black people's business.
No, I know. Do you believe that the notion is true?
That he might be.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I have my views in general on like
Interracial dating.
Yeah.
Which is what are your views?
I'm sorry. Are we in topic of the day or
Yeah, we probably need a big topic for that one.
This is what we do. We just have conversations.
I just think that I think it depends on the reasons. I think everyone can go forth and do whatever it is they want to do.
Yeah.
But I personally am like very black to my core. And I think that the only way I can successfully pass on my black culture, my Nigerian culture, is to be with somebody who is also part of that culture.
Right.
So I guess, but that's just me because of what I want to impart in my kids.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I mean, some people might argue that it's still possible, but I think if I hit my kids from all angles with black, it's a better chance of that happening. But all the best to all parties. But I do think it's interesting that there is a theme with these black men in these high politics positions. No, these black people in these positions and being with Caucasian partners. I do find that interesting.
The thing is, I've seen in my lifetime, to be fair, I've seen a lot of black guys who date white women. They're always more so, you know, I'm not saying they're coons or Uncle Toms, but they're way more comfortable in white settings than in black settings.
Yeah.
Like,
Not our generation though. I don't.
Nah,
think.
I'm
sure.
sure.
Yep.
Yeah,
the people I'm talking about
I've got
are
family
our
members.
generation. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got family members who are like that.
Serious.
But I've also got family members who are very, very like pro-black and with non-black partners.
That's what I'm saying.
Like put it this way, there's certain black guys that I know, I couldn't bring them to the functions with the man them.
There'll be a bit.
Because they don't know how to operate in that environment. Take them to the pub.
Yeah.
Or Shoreditch, or they're fine. That's their element. Take them to around a lot of black girls, they can't function. Because that's not them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't there a famous male black activist who married a white woman?
What? How long ago?
Time ago.
I mean, it's happened
Ain't
before.
one of them Americans, them big ones that do all the activism stuff. Married to a white woman. What's his name?
As in right now, currently.
Is he still alive? Probably. Yeah. Then.
Okay.
What's his name? Shit.
I don't know. But in the past, it's definitely happened. Like even the great.
I can't remember his name, but he's well known though. He's quite big though.
I'm trying to think. I don't know. But the great Frederick Douglass, he married a white woman.
Yes.
Later in life.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. But that wasn't his first wife though. Like his first wife was a black woman who he had his kids with and everything.
You don't get brownie points for that.
When she passed away in his later years, you know what I mean, he married a white woman.
I think that argument, that conversation is always interesting. I think you can like be for the advancement of black people and have a partner that's not black. But obviously, people that say pro-black and they see it as like like putting back into the community, like the black home, the black family, like and having breeding like more black people and stuff like that. Then I hear their argument. They're saying basically, essentially, it's impossible then, isn't it? Because you're not pushing black back into the community.
Yeah.
But then on the other hand, you can, regardless of what anybody thinks about you or whatever, like if your actions are actively helping black people, then I guess you are.
Yeah.
I suppose it's a matter of opinion, isn't it?
It really,
exactly.
That's the thing. So I think, but I look at it because I know what I want. That's why I'm not too. Because I will say, like in the past, I used to be quite judgmental about it. But as I've grown and obviously experienced more of life, seen more people and stuff like that, I understand a lot better. I'm more like I just understand a lot better. And I think I have seen, because I used to hold the opinion that you can't be. I don't see how you're pro-black. You want like black people to prosper and all that kind of stuff, but essentially you're kind of sharing that wealth with the other side. You know, say for example, you want to own a family business, you want to build an empire, and you know you got like. Do you know what I mean? I just feel like how is that gonna?
Yeah.
How is that possible? You can't do both, but I guess people are doing both, and
I think it's also like there's just a spectrum, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And also, I think it kind of speaks to your level of dedication, but some level of dedication is still good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and not everyone's going to be out there like as a proper activist,
Yeah.
marching this, that, and the third. But some people can marry a white woman or date a white woman, or maybe have a child with a white woman, but still do something active for the betterment of black people.
And that's
you
the
can't
thing.
just
Yeah.
rubbish them. That
Yeah,
don't make no
exactly.
sense,
Because
you know
I'm
what
not a marcher. I ain't march for shit. I will. Sorry, that came out too quick. I will donate. I am a donator. I'm a raise awareness and platforms. That's my kind of bag. But at the same time, there'll be someone who is heck, Rachel Dolezal. Sis is white, and she was doing a lot, you know, for the betterment of black people, heading up HBCUs and stuff. She was a fraud. That woman was a fraud.
Can I say something? This is,
You know, she hired like fake parents. Do you know how dedicated you got to be to black businesses to do that?
she's insane.
Her heart was in the right place, though,
Her
no?
heart was in the right. I can't lie to you, I rate it.
I guess so.
Her heart was in the right place because you know what it is. I think she had to infiltrate the system to get shit done because you know what I mean. Because she got the power and she was using it for the betterment of black people.
Way.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Hey,
Lawrence,
someone
you know?
says Rachel got OnlyFans now. Allow it.
Yeah, because she got de-blacked.
With Richard Delsal, that woman that says
She's got OnlyFans for real.
Yeah, she has, man. Someone told me yesterday.
Of course she
She's
does.
crying on there.
I'm not too
Okay,
sure.
that's not all people do on there.
But she's on there doing stuff, man.
Oh, no, I was just checking. I had to check. I was going to sign up.
Yeah, because she was deplatformed quite a bit. So this is how to do. She has to make money somehow.
I mean, there's other jobs out there, isn't it? But still, this
Yeah,
job
but
is
like-
still a nice job.
I feel like it was her calling though to fight for black people.
Say good morning, Columbus, Ohio.
I feel like it was her calling to fight for black people. She got fake parents.
It's incredible.
She
innit?
got black parents. Do you know how sick that is?
Hey, maybe it was Rupa's too.
What'd you say, back?
Maybe it was Rupa's too.
What was Rupert's?
To fight for black people.
Her calling
Yeah.
by saying someone that's not black enough.
Who's Rupus?
Rupa, the Huq.
Now, Brent, you know you're being silly.
How did she manage to do that, though, Ben?
Sorry?
How did she manage to do that?
How did she manage to
To fight for black people, and by saying some people are not black.
Well, this is the question.
Oh, someone said she took the place of another black person that went to the school. Yeah. The other person may have gone to the school and done nothing with it, but she went to the school and did something good with it. So,
Boy.
big up Rachel, man.
Nope.
Hopefully she's well anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm sure she's well. Getting them OnlyFans subscribers.
Quickly, remind me, what was her whole deal again? Like, what
So she was a
the reason?
white woman
Yeah.
because she just wanted to fight for black
Just because.
black
Yeah,
justice.
but she was high up in the NAACP.
She was proper, yeah, she was proper high up. Yeah.
Did she have a black partner? I'm guessing.
No,
Several.
actually.
No? Was that
Several.
several? Okay.
Oh, did she? Okay. Actually, she's got a son though. So it's a mixed race, I think. Well, he would have thought it was black,
She
but
was,
he was mixed
she
race.
was, she was like
Poor
a
kid.
she was like a woke white woman. Basically.
Yeah, and then she even got like actors, this mum and dad.
To pretend that they were her parents.
Yeah, and they held their script, boy.
Because she
And
felt
their
like,
real parents came out and were like, okay, we've been dealing with this.
well, she didn't feel like her activism would have been accepted if people
I guess she just
viewed them
needed.
as white.
Do you know what? Maybe it wouldn't have been. So I don't think it probably would have been. It might not have been.
She went to extreme lengths, no?
She did, but I get it. I get why she did it.
Hiring actors, and that's very
Yeah, because you got to live. Yeah, because I feel like, because you know, it says she's doing all the things she's doing. Because when it hit the news that, you know, she's a fraud, people were like, oh, where's her parents? But people were like, yeah, but her parents are black. Then they had to go and dig up her original
Let me Google
parents.
her face so I can see.
And then they were like, yeah, she stopped talking to us for years. Do you get me? So I feel like she had to go through the length she went through to do what she needed to do. She used the platform for good.
Hold on,
I can't be mad at that.
Was she doing blackface or something?
No, she was
she's
just
tanning.
tanned.
But Rupa used the platform for good.
Brent, you let Rupa go.
But she did.
Is this the new black or the new Asian?
No, but we're talking about Rachel like she's a good white.
She was a good white.
Well, this is what I was about to say. I was going to say, like, how do we know that she wasn't just trying to infiltrate?
No, because she was doing it for years.
But this is what they do, you know?
No, but she's doing it for years, yeah, and doing good with her positions. She was getting herself. She worked hard to get herself into good positions.
That's what I'm saying.
For the betterment of black position, and she used that to help black people.
People have been doing that, like different organizations in the 60s, 70s. You have black people, obviously these were black people, right?
Yeah.
But they were working to get themselves into certain positions
Yeah.
to infiltrate and then mess up the organization. FBI have been doing this since. Remember COINTELPRO?
Well, then it's a great thing we caught her before she messed it up.
This is what I'm saying.
If she was going to mess it up.
Yeah.
But I can only judge her for what I saw her.
Because there
what
might
I
have
knew
been
she was
other
doing.
things that we don't know about that the NAACP tried to do that she undermined. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you never
I
know.
think she was blackfishing before all of this.
Yeah, I think she was blackfish. I'm looking at a picture. There's pictures of her in her natural form.
Yeah.
And then there's pictures, and most of it is her tanned, but I don't reckon it's tan. I reckon it's...
She's been doing it for years. Like, she's been at it for years.
She's tapped, man. She's tapped.
Yeah.
I mean, it definitely is some kind of screw loose, 100%. I can't deny that, because that's like, how do you wake up and say, do you know what, I'm gonna be black today?
Yeah.
It's mad, man. This world is very interesting.
Rupa did it.
Okay,
Guy.
you're done. That's it. It's a shame you're the one in control of the system. I wouldn't mute your mic. The next headline.
We've got one more headline, right?
Yeah.
And remember we spoke about some bus strikes, right? That was meant to take place on the 4th of October.
Yeah.
They have been suspended. So a planned strike by more than 2,000 London bus drivers has suspended after they were offered a new pay deal. So the Arriva drivers, members of the United Union, were due to walk out of 8 depots across North London in an ongoing strike from the 4th of October. Arriva said it would ensure customers and stakeholders were updated on the ballot's outcome. The offer has not affected planned driver strikes at Kent and Essex depots on Friday and on 4 days in October. Responding to news of this strike, Arriva said it was extremely disappointing for all of our customers to confirm that further industrial action will take place in October across Northfleet, Gillingham, Maidstone and Tunbridge Wells. It said it remained committed to resolving the industrial action and continues to encourage the Unite Trade Union to ballot on our pay offer. The North London drivers had been due to begin continuous strike action, like I said, from Tuesday on the 4th of October. But Unite Regional Officer Steve Stockwell said the strike was suspended as an act of goodwill following intensive negotiations and before members voted on the new offer. The details have yet to be revealed. But in a separate strike, which was set to happen in Bedfordshire, Buckinghamshire and Hertfordshire, that was called off because Arriva offered them a pay rise between 10.4% and 11.1%. So at least that's kind of in line with inflation. And I guess this is what everyone's asking for, isn't it? So it's a good look from Arriva. Hopefully this will extend to other areas of their network. You know what I'm saying? And everyone can, thrive and do what they need to do, man. Yeah.
Love it.
That's the end of the headlines.
All right.
Yeah, sorry, that clip is hilarious. Sorry.
Yeah.
Safari from Love and Hip Hop.
Just a while out.
He tried to while out. He threw a chair, but he threw it on himself. It hit himself. It was... I don't even know the science, how that happened. How do you dash a chair, but it hits you on the back?
Also, actually, some good news, breaking news for Afrobeats lovers. Ashake is finally coming to London.
Them big jeans.
Them
Levi
jeans
jeans.
skirts. But he will be here 11th of December. So I'm looking forward to that. I will see you guys there. Right,
Nice.
should we get into Done Out Here?
Who's on today's Done Out Here? I love a good callback, innit? I love a good callback. Like, so today's recipient of Done Out Here is Ukrainian harlot Sofia Karkadim.
Oh my God.
I said Ukrainian harlot,
Listen, this harlot. She came over, looking refuge. You know what I'm trying to say? She came over
looking refuge.
And thing, under the guise of, I can't remember what it was, but they needed accommodation. We was helping out the Ukrainians. She came over here, went in someone's yard, turned man teeth, stole a gal's man, broke up a happy home, teethed the man, thought she was gonna come and get her stay a British passport and thing, thought she was gonna live happily ever after. Well, come to find out, Karma was doing this work in the background. Tony left her. She's done
wow.
Yeah, she's cooked. Tony left her, kicked her out the yard.
Oh, wow.
She's banging on the door like Fred Flintstone. Police had to come, take her away. It was a whole ordeal. It was crazy. I wish I was there to see it. She's outside screaming, Tony, I love you. Tony's ignoring her.
Mess up.
You get me? But obviously, Tony knew that obviously there was red flags in it. So a few months ago, they must have had an argument in the yard or something. Anyway, something happened. But this gal picked up a big knife and stabbed up the wall in the yard.
Dear.
And obviously, Tony's thinking, boy, if she's stabbing walls, what's next? You get me? So he was preying her from there. He was thinking, I need to get out of this situation. This ain't really gonna work. I'm not even sure what the straw was that broke the camel's back. He's done now, man. He kicked her out the yard. She's saying, look, I'm broke. I've got no home. I don't know no one here. Like, she's down bad. I think the police have put her in a temporary accommodation in Bradford. So if anybody wants to say a little Ukrainian thing, go find her.
You're ridiculous.
No, she's down bad right now. She's going to need all the support she can get. She's 22. I don't know. I don't know if that's what floats your boat, but I don't know what kind of tricks these Ukrainians can do. So it's worth looking into.
It's worth looking into, you know. Actually, no, okay.
But yeah, she's out. She's down bad. She's downtrodden. But that's what I'm trying to say. Like, Lorna Garnett, you got the last laugh. She comes steal your man. I don't know if Lorna's going to take Tony back though. I want to see how this develops. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I don't know whether we're going to get Tony back because there's 2 children there and stuff like that. You don't want to break up a happy home. You know, you want to give them the best chance they got in life.
The home was already broken.
Huh?
The home been broke. What are you talking about? The home is broken. The kids have moved on. They've got a new dad probably. They're all right. You know one thing about white people can love. This is why we got a new man. They got a new daddy, okay? Don't worry about them kids. The kids are fine. Tony needs to worry about himself and how he's going to afford these bills so low in this cost of living crisis.
Well, yeah, no, I'm going to keep a close eye on it. I just want to see how it develops. But yeah, man, she's out here. She's single. She's lonely. She needs help.
She needs to mingle. Do you remember he did a whole song for her, I swear?
Yeah.
Oh, no, was that a diss track? It was a diss track, wasn't it?
To his wife.
To his wife.
Yeah.
She'll take you back.
Man, that guy's insane.
There's no coming back from that. What?
Oh, he made a diss track, innit?
Silly man. There's no coming back from that.
Boy.
He's done. But we'd love to see it.
Yeah, basically, he said like he's 100% done with her. They're finished. He got fed up with her irrational behavior. He can't take her abuse any longer. Like, it sounds like she's a fiery kind of woman. You know what I'm trying to say? But after she picked up the knife and started stabbing up the wall a couple of times, he said, no, I got to check out of there. I got to get out. You get me? So he's gone. But there she is, man. I don't know if she's going to go back to Kiev or if she's going to stay here or what. But she is clearly done out here, man. I don't know, man. I hope it's all right. You, man, I don't know her name. Shall I tell you her name so you can find her on Facebook? I want a couple hungry.
Mark, people in the comments they're petitioning for her to come on No Behaviour, mate. What are you talking about?
What?
Yeah, they said she should be on No Behaviour next week. So you might need her name. You need to do your research. You're your people. Your team.
I'll find her, boy. Lou's going to have to put her up, though, boy. You know what I mean? Lou's will do that as well. I'll just come around and see her cleaning up his yard and But yeah, that's man, Sophia, man. You're done out here, man. Wish you all the best in Bradford, man. Let's get on to our outro.
To read, do you want me to read it? Yeah. All right. We've got a message from a listener, so I thought we'd read that in the outro. So it says, good morning, TDA. Happy Wednesday. Just wanted to give you your flowers for creating this platform. Sorry, E-Man, we couldn't have a one-to-one discussion about economics, but I'm sure the topic will rear its head again and we'll discuss further. Although I think Esther, Margs and Youssef, I'm joking.
Shout out to Youssef.
Although I think Esther, Margs and Youssef may need something to keep them awake whilst we talk. Definitely Youssef, because you'll be losing him. I would also like to say thank you, TDA, for creating this platform. Esther, you do a great job of standing firm in your truth under sometimes intense interrogation and criticism. Why people seem to think you speak for all women is beyond me. Girl, who are you telling? You're also queen of the one-liners, sometimes without even knowing how funny you are. Thank you. Don't change, girl. Iman, although some of your polygyny and economic theories may seem wild, you stand by them and your contributions and observations in terms of the culture are essential for our self-reflection. Youssef, you as the oracle are at times the calming voice in the storm, providing balance without too much digression. Margs, some of your summations and one-liners on all subjects are better than a lot of people who do stand up. Out Ere, I don't know why I said it like that, wouldn't be the same without your delivery. Brent, you're one big troublemaker and You're provocative. I can't. It's a French word.
Provocateur?
Yeah, that's it. And extremely good at provoking debate and organizing the team. Last but not least, we miss Koi. As a group, you are sticking your heads above the parapet and producing something that is unique, engaging, and not like any other content we see in the UK. Bit of a long-winded message, but we need to pick up our brothers and sisters when they are trying to elevate. Thank you. Keep doing what you're doing. Everyone help to grow this community. Like and share the video. Send it to 10 of your friends, just like when you get those foolish WhatsApps that tell you to send it to 10 of your friends and family if you want riches and good fortune. Brent, I will revert to you about sponsorship ideas. Have a blessed day. And this was from our lovely person in the community, Proverbs 31:25.
Big up, big up.
Yes, thank you, man.
Thank you for that. That's very lovely. Very wholesome.
Appreciate those words.
Yeah, 100%,
right.
man.
Well, while we're on the subject, Mark, can you tell them to like the video again, please? People who haven't.
More likes.
Yeah, more likes. Why not?
Yeah, let's go, man. Let's keep going. I told you, algorithms. Remember what I asked you to do yesterday as well, because the video stays up once it's gone. So just share it, put it somewhere, anywhere. Story, I don't know, feed, whatever you want to do, just put it somewhere. I don't care if you've got 2 followers, just put it somewhere for us.
Exactly. But thank you guys, as always, for tuning into the show. We appreciate you guys. We appreciate your comments, your live chat, all that stuff. We appreciate you guys. Do follow us on our social media platforms, The Day After TNB. Also join the community. It's really lit over there. community.thenewblack.com. That is how you join. And when it prompts you to download the app, make sure you do. If you'd like to send voice notes and texts in for asking for a friend, tips, what would you do? Or you just want to get in contact with us whilst we're on air, you can send that into 075 6484 1073. If you would like to inquire about the show or feature on the show, you can email the team thedayafter@thenewblack.com. Have a lovely Wednesday, and we'll be back here again tomorrow.
Peace. People.
Bye.